1, 2, 3.
Wah, wah.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm so fucking worried about this now.
Why?
Because since we're trying something new, I hope it goes well.
What?
Oh,
like
yeah?
This?
Yeah. This is
You mean
new.
this big red arrow pointing to me?
That one right there! Whoa!
It's like flying around the screen.
Oh, Gavin, you're gonna fucking hate me. I just realized I can do visual jokes.
I hope so.
Ah.
I hope so.
Ooh.
Future me, did I do good?
Don't ask yourself
Thank
that.
you.
He's gonna say no.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, no, you fucking idiot.
You fucking.
Womp womp womp
Yeah,
womp.
you fucking want.
Yeah, it's just womp 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 womp.
Get that on. Get want as.
This is Patreon content.
Make want a real slur. That's what we can do.
I just
Gavin for
realized
president
that this isn't how we,
2024.
we're like this isn't how we open the show.
Want.
Spectruminal!
Trinity!
Spectruminal!
Trinity!
Spectruminal!
Oh, Trinity!
Spectruminal.
Trinity!
I don't remember how this goes. Do we take off our heads now?
Spectruminal. The Spectruminal Trinity.
Hello.
As you can tell from that intro.
Yeah. I'm Spectruminal and he's Trinity.
I'm Spectruminal. She is Trinity, and he's the.
Mix up your drinks.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the mixing process begins.
Yeah, you better actually mix it. I got a clear cup for you today.
This is helpful. I think there's something in my drink. Can I drink this?
It's part of the leaf.
And
Is
so
that
everybody-
I
ingestible?
mean, you can.
And so, everybody, this begins now the ceremony in which we
Are we gonna introduce every
take in
episode?
the herbal juices of life.
Yes, okay. No, that's fair. That's the cult thing. Yeah.
It's the cult. We take in the herbal juices of life by
We've
celebrating
followed
tea.
tea through its mortal journey.
Yes, we have, and we killed it. We ended its mortal
No,
journey to go on.
we assisted it in
We
its
assisted-
in
we
its
assisted
spiritual
it.
journey.
We assisted it.
Tea was an assisted living.
Every cult leader needs their own spokesperson to make it not sound as crazy.
Is ours the Carfax Fox?
The car.
He's the one
You
who
want
tells
the
people.
mascot of Spectruminal Trinity to be the fucking Carfax Fox?
Yeah, he'll be pouring our logo in the works. Our logo.
That's the Carfax, and that's the Spectruminal
The
Trinity.
Carfax Fox, specifically like the fox. I want his shirt to still say Carfax.
You want it to still say Carfax.
Look at me, audience.
Everyone wants yes.
Our logo fucks.
Our logo
We
kind
don't
of does fuck.
We don't even have that yet, man.
They don't need to worry about it.
You know what? No,
Or
because
maybe
whatever we
it's
settle,
right here.
whatever
Here, show the logo off.
whatever we settle on is gonna fuck. It doesn't matter.
It's gonna fuck.
Yeah, I'm
There's
not
gonna
gonna.
be penetration on our shirts, dude.
I feel like I'm a little loud. Actually, I should probably bring it back a bit. But
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Here, I through the process of editing this show, I've realized that we all have our patterns. You hold yours far away because you're the loudest.
yeah.
You don't hold yours so close because I told you to hold it closer since you're quiet, but you're a bit too close.
I'm too close now.
Well, like in the other episodes, you're dogging on that thing like it's a sucker. So like,
Probably because I got into my fucking rant.
exactly. When you get passionate, like you're still
I'm
as
gonna have
close
to
to the
remember that.
mic.
That's gonna be.
It'll be immortalized. But like when you're like excited, you don't move away from the mic. So like it's just like
Because I'm just expecting it to do what it's supposed to do.
yeah, but you have to do that. And then I'm since you're loud,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm matching your loudness, but I'm not. So I always hold mine far away. So it's like it picks it up, but it's not as clear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep in my head, put it in front of your mouth. But now I don't know if I'm being too loud because once you said you were being loud, I was like I gotta pull away now.
Well,
Short,
because I was
we're all
looking at the
autistic.
thing and it was pretty consistently large. We can see the. I don't know if this is going in, but we can see
We can see it.
where our
We have
voice
a third
like,
eye
is.
now.
Yeah, is at. And I just thought I was like, that's a long bar of us
Also-
just going.
Also, to break down the wall even further, we did not record for a while.
Oh yeah. No, when I said I forgot how this usually goes, I was being For real, because we have missed 2 weeks.
Yeah, remember when I said I hope we don't get into a bad thing of not filming this?
Yeah, well, here we
well,
are.
we did it, baby.
Yeah.
Well, you're 1 week behind us by probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
They're 1 week. I remember when it was a month.
I mean, I'm down to record another time this week.
Yeah.
If you would like to catch up.
Literally unemployed. I have all the time.
That's true.
I
She's
do have
jobless
an extra
now.
story right now, too.
You hiring?
Give you more visions coming on.
And you can see that we've upgraded.
Oh, yeah.
That 2 weeks, like we put in all the hard work and effort
A lot happened in those
to
2 weeks,
duct tape
man.
this green screen up.
And to move this desk.
Yeah,
Both of which were only done by Gavin,
and
actually.
the TV and the couch.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot moved.
Yeah, there was a lot moved.
And a lot of video games played with,
I've only played Bayonetta.
You've only played Bayonetta for 3 weeks?
Well, not consistently, but that's the only game that I actually touched.
Okay.
Did I tell you about my Virtual Fighter experience recently?
No.
I was playing Virtual Fighter with a mutual friend of
Hold on.
ours.
Let's establish some context. People, I'm very into fighting games.
People, I'm trying to get into fighting
Yes, that's an important. It's an
I only
important
like
dynamic to
Katana
establish.
from Mortal
here.
Kombat.
Because like I want you to know that like I really love fighting games. I love them a lot, and I understand a lot more than I think like the majority of our friend group.
Mhm.
Like I don't want to call everyone a fucking Neanderthal. Like I don't think you guys are idiots, but I'm just like I'm a bit more into it than I think most. Like I don't think Brayden is into it, but I think Tristan is kind of there.
Specifically fighting games?
Yes.
Yeah.
If we were to get into like frame data.
I don't know if Tristan really knows all the frame. I don't
think he does, but I think he could get there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But
He
I
could
also think
definitely-
all of you could get there.
Yeah, fair. No, I think all of us are just on the spectrum enough.
Well, I think anyone can learn.
I just think we can all hyper focus on it.
It's true. We can get really into it. We're
Yeah.
going
Just give
to
me a
ego.
good character and I'm good.
But that's okay. That's the first problem.
I don't care. That's all I do for fighting games is I like a character.
I know, but you said give me the best one. And
No,
No,
I
she said
said a
give
good
me-
one
Okay,
that I like.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
I was
wanted
gonna say.
to
I don't think it's based on like.
Don't say good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that's what she meant. It's
Okay.
very much like
Okay.
a character I like.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't fucking give a shit about meta. I'm like, you're cool looking. I want you.
That's what I like.
I'm gonna start trying more people in Mortal Kombat 11.
Yes.
But back to my story.
Yes, Virtual Fighter.
Virtual
Sorry.
Fighter. So recently I played with a mutual friend of ours, and we just went back to back, and this was the most understanding I think of a fighting game I've ever had.
Can we say who it is? It Tristan?
Yeah, it was
okay.
just Tristan.
Okay.
Yeah.
We name dropped him. I didn't know. Like.
Yeah.
I was like, who are you playing with?
Yeah, no, it was we were.
Did bitch down east or whatever like come over and was like, dude, I've been playing Virtual Fighter all the way in Brazil.
No. A mutual friend of ours.
I didn't want to like name drop them because I was like, I don't know if they'd like that, but I also forgot what her nickname was, so I had to come up with something.
Who the hell are you talking about?
You bitch down east.
Who the fuck is bitch down east?
Anyway,
I don't think she's east.
and we were playing Virtual Fighter, and I think I had more of an understanding of the game than I ever have.
Why?
Well, because I could see. Okay, so typically in fighting games up until this point, I wasn't really pressing buttons intentionally. I kind of just understood the feeling of how to perform a move, if that makes sense. Where it was just like the muscle memory of what I would do one time, whatever.
Okay.
Now I understand how to actually like plan attacks and how to properly input inputs. And also how to adapt to someone's playstyle. And I was playing with Tristan.
What?
Yeah. I was playing with Tristan and I just started seeing all of his patterns.
Oh! Dude!
Kevin, okay, you are a little loud.
I am.
And
Audience, this is a big fucking step.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
a big step.
Like I knew when to block, I knew where to block.
You were blocking.
Yeah.
You were blocking.
And then I knew when to grab a lot. because he would block a lot, especially after certain like things. So I just grab and it would send us to the next thing. I also knew with certain characters there's like a very easy counter mechanic. Some of it varies, but like the one I had, you just hold the left trigger, and if you hold it while they do an attack, it just pushes them and you get like 2 free hits or whatever. Or you can start a combo. I'm not that good with any of the characters. We were just playing random. It doesn't matter.
I honestly think I love that you're playing Virtual Fighter for this story, because Virtual Fighter is such like it's a 3-button fighter, which means like there are 3 buttons in the game's code: punch, kick, and guard.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that at first.
You put those combinations together to do different shit.
Did I tell you the one night I got on Virtual Fighter and I was like looking at combos and like
that shit's
just trying to understand like how the game's played. I didn't even know what the buttons did.
Virtual Fighter is intimidating. It's not good at teaching you. You really have to like get into it.
I didn't even know what the buttons
combos
did.
On Bayonetta.
I was like, okay, so square's guard, cool. Mm-hmm. Triangle and X are the same button. It's punch.
Because it's a 3-button fighter.
Yep, and then circle is kick.
Yes.
And I mean, obviously they all have directional inputs and multi-button inputs. Whew. But
yeah, like
I didn't even know what the base buttons were.
Oh my god!
So I've like tried to learn Virtual Fighter based on some of the virtues that I learned from Mortal Kombat 11 with Gavin.
Yeah, like I literally like trained you.
And me and Tristan.
When did that happen?
What specifically?
When did we like? When were we like, let's play Mortal Kombat? I want to like teach you Mortal Kombat.
Dude, that was a while ago.
It was
I remember you
like
talking
2 weeks
about
that
it.
we were actually practicing, like that most recent time.
Yeah, and it was
What do you play?
It was just such this
In Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Some
Geras.
I'm gonna. That's why I'm gonna expand. Cause
Yeah,
I
I want you to expand like extremely badly.
Right now that's who I play. He's a guy with a big hand.
He's got time powers.
Yeah, but it's really just his hand is why I chose him.
You said time powers, and that's how I knew him, not from him being black.
You said he was black, and I knew him.
He was a boxer, you know. But yeah, I was just really like, oh yeah, this is the most recent. Like Virtual Fighter was just, I was like, whoa, I get it.
Yeah.
I really started to understand it. We should play sometime.
We should. Virtual Fighter is like I think it's hard to learn on, but it's also so great since everything is fundamentals in that game. It's not about Flash. It is not about Flash.
No, and I mean like there's some like flashier things you can do,
but at the base of it,
but no,
it's not worried about.
No,
it's like you fucking learn your opponent and fight, because everything they do has an answer to it. Fucking find it. And
that's the thing. I was gonna move on. I'm sorry that I'm.
No, I want to know about.
I mean, the tea's probably getting cold, whatever. But
You're fine.
Oh, your hands reached out at the same time. But when I was playing, what the fuck was
Akira?
That? No, when I was playing with Tristan on Virtual Fighter.
Oh, okay.
In a lot of video games that we play, he can find a move that he can just spam, and I don't know what to do.
Okay. Yeah, we talked about this.
Virtual Fighter was the first time I found
what to do.
What
was he doing?
Break
it down in the view of the fight. What was the fight happening?
To break it down simply, most of the time, or a lot of the time, and it's really easy to do in this game because it can work a lot, is just like a low attack. Just a punch, a kick low, whatever it is.
Okay. And
some characters, the animation's really fast, and they can do multiple, so like you kind of had to block for a long time, or just know when to strike. Mm-hmm. So he would spam moves like that, and I would never be able to just like, whatever reason, I couldn't figure out how to block him at the right time, or whatever it was. But like this time, I got it. So when he started to try to spam these things that would maybe work for a little bit, I would be able to just like stop it and counter it.
Oh my god.
And this is the first game that I was able to do anything like nearly like that. And this is the first time ever.
PS5's changed you, man.
It makes me so happy.
I don't think I'm like good at the game. I just think like I kind of understand the basics a little more than Tristan does now specifically. And that I'm like I'm learning. It's weird.
Yes. Oh my
but
god.
I love it. It's so cool.
You have to understand, audience, like I think fighting games made me like really like coaching because I realized I watched this one video of a fucking like coach like talking up his like fighter and it made me cry.
Yeah.
Because I think I identify with the coach more than anyone. Because like I love to coach and you gave me that experience in doing that in Mortal Kombat and seeing you were like, let me use the fundamentals I learned in this and you're you're winning because of it, because you're starting to see it. It's such a brilliant, awesome. It's such a cool feeling to have.
Yeah.
Like remember when you fought Brayden in Smash?
Oh, he pissed me off.
That one historic day. Oh my god, I cannot believe. It was just like you and Brayden were fighting in Smash, and he was pissing you off because he was like Ganondorf, like up smashing.
Yeah, no, it was a map we were on.
Okay.
It was the one where it's like the jet, so like the wings are like this on either side of it, and you can kind of strike through the platform if your hitbox is large enough. Yeah. Ganondorf's sword is, so he was just up smashing, so I couldn't approach because again, I wasn't good at fighting games. I didn't know how to move around it.
Yeah.
So. And then he was like, "Nah, the game is perfectly fair. It's balanced. It's awesome. Like you're just bad." Yeah. He was just.
And I was in a phone call with you two, and you were gonna play the next game, and I was like, I kind of want to see this. And I'm so happy I saw it that day. I'm so happy I made the decision to say like I want to see this fight because I did, and it like I was so proud. So proud.
I was like, fight me on fucking Battlefield, dude.
And like because we played so many matches, and I realized the stuff you did. And I countered it, and I was just like, I kept talking about it with you, like, dude, if you can break these patterns and realize you're breaking them, like you will dominate, and you did in that fight, and I got to see it. And dude, when you were fucking edge guarding him off with like your Ike special up, where he goes in the and you neutral specialed him, so it like the fire hit him as he was recovering.
Yeah.
You're pulling out shit I've never seen. And then you got into that dodging loop.
Oh, yeah.
And you just held that fucking up smash, which is always what happened in our fights. But you learned in that moment.
Yeah.
And you fucking... you won the match!
Yeah, I was angry.
It was beautiful.
Alright, let's try this tea.
Side note. My grandma today, I told her I was doing a podcast, and she forgot what it was called. I was like, you guys are doing that commercial? And I was like, Grandma.
Are you doing a commercial?
Yes, Grandma.
Yes, Grandma, commercial.
What's this tea called?
Hold on.
Yuck. That's right, people. She has false teeth.
Yep, those are fake. And she still needed braces. That's how you know
I got
you're
fucked
poor.
up gums. But this is another green tea, but it is a peach green tea, and feast your eyes upon the tea flower. It's kind of ugly, but it's...
No, but that's cool.
Gavin, I need a big picture of a tea flower with a red amaranth right up here.
I don't know what that word means.
Red amaranth is a flower.
Okay.
You'll learn more later.
Green tea, so it's light?
Yes.
And then what was it called? I'm sorry, I missed that.
It's a peach green tea, but it's a tea flower.
Okay.
Tea flowers are...
So, again, green is just where it was harvested, or when it was harvested, correct?
Yes.
At what stage in its life cycle?
Yes.
Okay.
But tea flowers...
Yeah, Gavin?
This is damn good.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and, any other green tea, it's good for breakfast and lunch. Because it's light on the stomach.
Okay, I was going to say why.
I'm gonna say I need to get barbecue one of these days so we can actually do the green tea barbecue.
Oh my god. What would you barbecue?
Huh?
What would you barbecue?
Chicken.
Would you like hunt the thing yourself?
I mean, we have chickens in our backyard, but none of them are good for meat.
You got into the wilderness with your bow that you've handcrafted, and like.
I haven't handcrafted it, but I do have a bow.
Do you know how to shoot it?
Yeah.
Awesome. I want to learn how to shoot a bow.
I can
Compound
teach you.
bow?
No, I do recurve.
Both.
Recurve. Oh.
I don't fucking like compound.
I was just curious.
I wanna use the one that's actually like very like if you're gonna use it in a real situation, yes, use that one because it's just better. But I would also just like to use a regular ass bow.
Like a longbow?
Yeah. Or like a half bow.
Like
something where it's like, you're pulling it back and it's only you.
That's recurve.
Yeah. I would like one of those.
There's a lot of styles of bow though. I mean, they're all like regional.
Enough.
I've just seen them in like a chart.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually learned how to shoot a bow and arrow from the bow and arrow that my grandpa learned to shoot on.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Everyone in my family learned how to shoot on that one. It's a little yellow thing.
Oh, damn.
Continuing.
How are...
Huh?
I was going to ask how people are bad at shooting.
What do you mean?
Well,
A
because
bow
like...
and arrow?
Just in general, not with a bow and arrow specifically, no, because I can understand there's a little more skill to that. But when you're pulling a trigger on something like,
You have sights.
right?
With a gun? Yeah.
Even with like crossbow, like I just thought about like my hunting experience and my shooting experiences, and
Well, a crossbow is so different than the bow, though.
okay. Well, now that I think about it, I'm dog shit at shooting like any handgun. Any handgun, dude. I don't know why.
With handgun, it's
but
probably
I just
because
cannot do it.
handgun,
You
you're
were
like
just
more
talking
reliant-
shit on people.
I take it back.
Sight.
Yeah, no, you got me because I'm so bad at shooting it. You got me.
Well, handguns, it's more like
Like a rifle, though.
Well, okay, what was your point before?
Well, because like I the things I've shot, I've like I don't know.
What have
I mean,
you shot?
maybe I'm just lucky. I mean, at targets, a few deer. Like
what have you shot?
Live
Not what have you shot
targets?
at?
oh,
Watermelons? I shot watermelons.
water jugs. I missed them because it was a fucking handgun. I can't fucking aim.
With handguns, it's more like you're swaying because it's your arm. It's not just like the gun is braced against you.
Also, I have no idea what guns I've shot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Have any of them been like?
Yeah, a few of them.
Okay.
I think 3 or 4 of them.
Were you better with those?
I mean, yes, by quite a bit.
Because it's braced against you, you have more stability with it instead of a handgun being just out.
Yeah, my hands are terrible.
Yeah, I know.
I'm constantly going like this.
With a gun?
You do that. My hands just move like this all the time.
Dude, the slightest little movement.
I understand that, but like, I no one's doing this, dude.
I mean, both of my hands are up here.
Like you're churning butter, but like you have like a 9mm
No,
in
just
your hands.
get my hands shake this much.
That's you mimicking the bang, bang, bang. This is what it should be doing. Why isn't it working?
Tell us more about this tea.
Okay, so the reason they added peach into the green tea is that it helps with strengthening your blood vessels and arteries, which also helps with the absorption of naturally occurring antioxidants in green tea.
Ooh.
I know. And then peach also helps to lower blood pressure as well as stable electrolyte levels, and it helps lower risk of heart attacks and strokes.
When you said it lowers my blood levels, I got like a nice sense of peace in my chest for some reason. Like that void wasn't there for a second, and I was like, only because my blood levels are gonna like lower because I'm eating a peach. Why did they bring this to therapy?
Why does it do we know how, are you doing the research to how these teas help these conditions yet?
It's the same thing as just like continuous consumption. It helps with lowering the risk, not like completely eliminating it.
Yeah, okay. Can I get some more tea, Miser? Please.
I suppose.
Very much,
I
please.
feel a lot better after eating this peach.
That's not a peach.
What is this? What is this?
Now, you may ask, what is it?
I spelled it. Ah! This is terrible.
You're a
news.
mess.
I know.
But
Good
you
thing
may
I have a
ask what a
tablecloth.
tea flower is. A tea flower is a bunch of tea leaves wrapped around a flower in the center, which
Ooh.
then they're all bundled together, which is why it looks like a flower. Once it steeps, it opens up and it looks like it's blooming.
Are they seeing that?
Probably not. It's kind of dark.
I was about to
Here, get a good look. You probably can't see it anyway.
put it in post, the flower.
That's why I said we need a flower up
that's
here.
what she said earlier.
No, but in the pot.
Oh.
Motion track it.
Why are you your own worst enemy?
I know how to do it.
Yeah, but like-
I think it's a primitive way of doing it. I don't know how to do the actual motion tracking.
But typical flowers that are used in the center of a tea flower is globe amaranth, chrysanthemum, jasmine, hibiscus, and osmanthus. Osmanthus is a delightful tea.
Osmanthus?
Osmanthus is a delightful tea.
What is osmanthus?
It is a tea
That's delightful.
from the
Gavin.
devil flower tree.
The devil this is for another episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Halloween
We even
episode.
get into this. Foreshadowing, people.
Yeah.
Anne Frank. Just thought about that scene in Anne Frank where that guy
But-
was rummaging around with the candle.
Today's tea flower
I
has
thought you were gonna get her confused with Helen Keller and say
When
when
she
she
flew
ran
the plane.
her hand under the water.
today's tea flower has an amaranth center. That's why it's a little pink, but you can't really see it right now. But it's pink in the center, I swear.
Or you're just colorblind.
I'm the least colorblind person in this room.
Why would you say that?
Prove
what
it.
color is this?
It's green. You're gonna change it to fucking red.
Exactly.
You should have said some like.
See beyond the lies. It's green.
It's Mark Zuckerberg.
It's actually my mom.
Can you get a picture of your mom so I can put her up?
No. But like Michelle Obama or something.
But amaranth is also good with helping lowering cholesterol, and it has a very high. It's very rich in protein that is easily absorbed, and it eases inflammation.
Eases inflammation. I need that right now.
Inflammation?
Yeah. No, I need it to ease.
I was gonna say I have inflammation on my fucking shin right now. From eating shit on the goddamn tracks.
I don't want to eat this. I need my inflammation.
My sinuses, dude. Oof. Last few days, terrible.
You're like always sick.
It's really just sinus
I'm
issues.
always sick, dude. Dude, like 2 days ago, I had like the worst feeling in my stomach, and like I wanted to throw up so badly, and I like told my mom like I'm probably gonna throw up. I'm just gonna go in the bathroom, and then after trying for like an hour, I took a shower, and then I just like belched it all out, and I came out like a new man.
Dude, yesterday I took a drink of milk and it hit my stomach and I came into a pain.
What? Say, huh?
I drank milk,
Yeah.
went all the way down. I felt it go all the way down. It hit something in my stomach and then I cramped.
Okay.
And I thought, this is terrible.
Are you lactose intolerant?
No, I just did that. And then I continued to eat and it was pain.
It hurt so much, but the food was so
I know.
good.
I just don't give a shit. Like, I gotta eat in the morning. Like, what the fuck? Nothing's stopping me. But yeah, no, I was like, this is not good feeling. I think it's all gas, because I've been all day just going.
Going what?
I've just been passing gas.
He's farting, Gavin.
That too.
I was bad at work, man. Shout out to my coworker.
But tea flowers are usually just used for show because they are very eye-pleasing. This one's
It
not,
doesn't
but
have
it's
any
cheap.
actual properties.
It's just the tea and then the flower.
Does the flower
But the actual-
change the tea that they wrap it in?
It just adds to it. It doesn't change the flavor profile usually.
Oh, okay.
It depends on the flower. If you had osmanthus flower in the center, it'd change the flavor, but...
That's interesting. Herbology.
Yeah.
Herbology.
Herb.
Perb.
Herb.
Perv.
Herb. Ah.
What?
Nothing going.
Were you gonna throw an orange at me?
Maybe.
Eat your coffee-covered chocolate ball.
I did.
Did you like it?
It's alright.
Did you eat the orange stick?
Stick. There's orange in this?
Yeah.
Last time I had chocolate with orange, it did not go well.
Just try it.
Or shove it in your mouth.
Don't shove it in your mouth. Just take a bite. An actual bite. God, you're roasting my cousin.
Go on.
Say
Tell
what
us
you're
about it.
thinking.
I just want orange sherbet now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this kind of tastes like sherbet, but if it was just like room temperature.
Sherbet on the go.
Now I have chocolate all over my fingers.
That's terrible news.
That's
What's
why
the
I
history of this tea?
M&Ms.
Huh?
What's the history of this tea?
I'm about to get to it, don't worry. But, flowering tea originates from the Yunnan. Yunnan? Yeah.
It's a fucking Star Trek society. That's not real, dude.
Yunnan is known for many types of tea, such as pu'er tea, which is like a type of black tea. But, like many things concerning tea, the history is never 100%. However,
Oh boy.
yeah, there is speculation that flowering tea can be traced back to the 10th century in many Chinese courts for visual purposes for entertaining guests. The oldest written recipe for... This is going on to peach tea history because I thought I'd just add to it.
Oh boy.
But the oldest written recipe for peach tea is from 1879.
1870.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the 10th century?
Like the 1100s.
Okay.
because I think it's just one behind.
Yar.
I'm not actually sure, but
That shit makes me feel the
see what I
stupidest.
got.
Peaches,
Why are
however,
we called the 21st century?
peaches, however, were first discovered and written about in the 10th century. God, I write like a founding father.
What does that mean?
Look at it. That's the Constitution right there.
Your words, like, create freedom? Is that what you're trying to say?
You're the message of
You
the tea,
fucking cult
Gavin.
leader.
And they've been used. They've been used for medicinal remedies since the 10th century. And peaches pairs well with fatty nuts like almonds, hazelnuts, pecans, and it pairs well with citrus like lemon, lime, and oranges. Cherries, plums, berries such as raspberry, blueberry, and all that. And then spices like cinnamon, ginger, and cloves.
How many people do you think died because they had, like, stage 3 cancer but were given tea?
Speaking of cancer, this is gonna spiral into my rant.
Okay.
Haley's not done, though.
No, yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
So, if you only know me only from this, give you a little history.
Oh, boy.
When I was 10, I had stage 4 cancer. Most people don't survive that.
Yeah.
That's when they're like, "You're dead."
God damn it. I'm already
But I
feeling
made it.
sad now.
He
But-
survived!
I know, but that, like, I think about what if he didn't.
That was in 2014 into 2015. I was diagnosed. It's almost 10 years now.
Jesus fucking
Almost
Christ.
a decade. Recently, I had to change insurance. And in that, I was no longer in network for the doctor I've been going to for 8+ years. So, I'm like, damn, well, I can't go then. Well, I went anyway to this doctor. And they're out of network, so I should have like 50% coverage, whatever. I got a bill for my family doctor today. And it was for $200-something. And I was like, dude, I went there to get labs done for $200-something. That pissed me off, dude.
Boy.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
The government doesn't care about you, it only wants your money.
And it really doesn't care about you. They're so fucking stupid. Let's look at the fucking Democrats are stupid and naive, and the Republicans are fucking brainwashed.
Oh boy, here
And
we go.
the biggest fucking reason that the Republicans want you to have babies and not fucking abort them is so you can feed into the fucking political machine that is running in America, dude.
Dude,
They just want future workers.
We're gonna
dude,
go to war here.
dude. Fucking, I've been at my grandma's since Friday, right? We watch cable. Well, not cable, but we watch TV, like live TV. All of these fucking ads are targeting elderly people trying to get their fucking money with this insurance that they don't fucking need, or they're trying to push this fucking prescription down your fucking throat that just causes more fucking problems because they want the money for it and they want you to be fucking
It pisses me off, dude. They just, You know what's crazy? In my head, this is what makes sense, right? You know how our age is like the biggest social change? It's like the biggest age of like everything's changing socially, or has been for the past several years, and we've just been conscious enough to, see it, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that there's only social change because when we try political change, nothing fucking happens? Mm-hmm. We can't fix that system. We can't. It's broken. It's run by like 10 people, and they all sit in a room. They just eat. I don't know. Those 10 people.
And you think it comes out of political?
And I think because we can't change politically, the people are the only ones with the power to change socially. So they took the only power they have left in this fucking country, because I'll give it to you, America. Freedom is the most free here. Or speech is the most free here. I'll say that. Freedom's not the most free here. Speech is the most free here. Yeah, I can say this. I might get shot one day. But I can say it.
Kill
I can
John
post it online.
Kill John
Can spread it to all of you.
and hope it influences
But
you.
the people, no. But the people can't change the political system. They can't. It's fucked. There's literally so much stupid artificial division. Politicians talk about how other politicians literally put on a show for the fucking media.
Yeah.
Like, it's bullshit. None of it matters. If you don't like somebody else in Congress, you can have somebody draw them out. They could just draw some lines. Suddenly that person's fucking out. They're just gone. We don't like how much say am I supposed to believe I have?
It's all a farce.
It's just a big show. Yeah. Why are they okay? And then you talk about like our food standards, right? Like how all like the toxic dyes or whatever, and how they're like illegal in other countries. Why are they illegal there? Are they really that bad? And if so, why are we eating them? Recently,
because they don't care.
Recently, I and listen, man. Maybe it's the conspiracy, and maybe it's just like what I'm feeding into on my social media, and this is what it's feeding me. I don't know, but there was supposedly, and I'll say this is all alleged because I don't know if this is true. A few applesauce companies.
I sent you that shit.
Yeah, there was a few fucking applesauce companies, and
the apple cinnamon applesauce found traces of lead
in different metals because they're heavy and they're sold by weight. And when they're being sold by weight, they're just trying to,
beef it up.
Yeah.
They're putting lead in their applesauce?
Yeah, all the babies staring at you, it's not because they think you're cool looking, it's because they got the lead stare.
What? Was that what you're saying?
No, but on the flip side of this, lead poisoning treatment, like medication that treats lead poisoning, its price also spiked at the same time that these companies... Okay. Yeah, it's all one big fucking show, dude. All in the name of profit in America. For what fucking reason?
For them.
How? Listen.
For money, we give a value that shouldn't have any because it's not even lined by gold anymore or precious fucking metals. It's all
fiat
fucking
currency. No, I don't give a shit about that.
Paper.
My dad's loving it.
I know.
I know my grandparents listen to this. They're gonna be going, whoa!
Fuck. What was I gonna say?
That was a spike.
Something that is. I've heard a million times in my life personally, and maybe you have in yours, but we're taught that literally nothing is free in America. Freedom comes with a price. Is something I've heard constantly. It comes with a price.
We heard that at school.
Exactly, and which means that literally nothing we have is free.
Our education's
Our
not
freedom, the one thing like America's supposed to be, is something that we're still paying for somehow.
That's gonna be on our manifesto.
I'll say, in our public education, it's not fucking free.
Why the fuck is healthcare not free in America, dude?
Dude.
I have to pay to live somewhere I didn't fucking ask to be?
Yeah.
I didn't choose to be born. I wasn't there like, yes sir, me here. And he picked me from the back?
There wasn't a voting fucking thing in the
There wasn't a lottery ball he pulled?
What if there was, though? I think about that. What if in the previous life, like, the previous life owner gets to determine what the end course for their life is? But did
they know they'd be me?
Yes.
Well, I didn't ask for it still. That's not me.
No, I think about it, like, what if it's
he might have wanted that.
But what if it's all planned out?
Then this should even
what if in the
more
end it's
fucked
gonna
up.
be better? But then again, why are babies getting killed? I don't know. We're trying to figure out the world.
I just don't get it. I just don't.
We're also one of the countries that voted against food just being a normal human right.
I thought you were gonna say.
Oh, in the UN, yeah.
Yeah.
In the UN.
We were the only country that voted against food being a human right.
And that's probably why, like, I think it's 1 in 5 kids can't eat. A couple years ago.
Okay.
Within.
It's interesting.
Earliest 2018, I think.
Okay.
And maybe all my facts are just half right. Maybe that's why I'm crazy or whatever. But it's been getting to me. Nothing's free in this free country. Why call it that? It's misleading.
The land of the free.
I don't get so angry about this stuff though.
Why?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Are you?
I'm wondering why I don't care.
Do you?
That's not to say I don't care, but I just I can't get as Like when my parents or my grandparents talk about politics and they go like, "Can you fucking believe it?" I'm like I just sit there and look at them and I'm like, I wish I could be this passionate. I wish I could care about shit. I feel awful that I'm not like you guys right now.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. It just pisses me off when I think about it objectively.
I think I get pissed off a lot because I grew up poor. I was fucked by the system for a while.
That could have something to do with it, because I mean, I wasn't like poor. There's people who were much more impoverished than I was.
Oh yeah, me too. But like,
but I wasn't.
You weren't like.
But I was poor. We were broke. Like,
we were scrounging a little bit.
Like my dad was stealing scrap metal and stripping it so he could sell its copper.
Yeah.
Like that's how we were making rent. So.
I wonder if it's also because of my fatalistic attitude.
What attitude?
My like fatalistic attitude. Like how I kind of think that like a lot of shit's gonna happen in our coming years, like society wise.
What do you think?
Like I was thinking about it today, and I was just like, because I was listening to Joe Rogan, so he always freaks me the fuck out. And I'm just like, I always hear about the thing because I'm in the conspiracy fucking rabbit hole too. Of just like whatever technology that we have right now, the government has had for like. Probably
years,
like decades.
Yeah.
So it's just like if we have access to Chat GPT, dude, what the fuck do they like? They have a sentient AI.
Yeah,
like that's what I think. I'm like they have something that can rationalize and problem
that's what's
solve.
Making all the choices.
I don't know what it's doing. I don't know if they're just like locking it in a box and being like, we can't release this.
But like,
and then it breeds resentment.
But again, I don't understand like why.
But what I'm saying is like, I just go like, yeah, but the future's not going to be worrying about any of this. And I know because also I think we're just all going to be dead one day, and I'm just like,
yeah,
I just want to make it out at the end happy.
Hearing all of
this makes me angry.
I know. I wish it made me angry too.
Hearing all like these cool shit about the MetaQuest 3 and all that crap, it freaks me out.
MetaQuest?
Like the VR. It freaks me out.
What about? Oh yeah. VR definitely stopped
like the new one where you can just like wear it and like watch something and just like see everything around you and all that. That freaks me out.
Yeah.
That's because I'm like, oh god, I can really see this just becoming our future, and I fucking hate it.
That shit.
I fucking hate it.
It will be.
Yeah, that's 100%.
I fucking hate it.
That's the difference, I think.
It scares me.
Whenever the question gets brought up of like this stuff is gonna overtake us, like how Haley just said, she's like, this could overtake us, and
I can just easily see it becoming a part of the future.
But I think it will.
Yeah.
I accept it already.
Yeah, I don't want to accept it because I don't like that. I want to go back to a simpler living.
It kind of stops me from trying to make art. That's a conflict I have.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's because I see where technology's headed and I go, movies aren't going to be shit.
Fucking AI art. AI generated art.
Yeah,
it pisses me off.
Why does it piss you off?
Because it takes jobs from other artists.
I know, but since it doesn't matter.
It's not even good. Half the time, you can always tell when it's fucking. And I know eventually it's not going to look like it's AI, but I don't like the fact that it's not going to look like AI.
It does look good, and it's going to look better.
I don't like that.
I know you don't, but it's going to happen. Art is dead.
I don't know what makes me happy.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think about it, and I don't know what I'd have to achieve for me to be happy in this life. Because I thought if we inevitably, integrate with AI, and we're just immobile eventually. Like we're like the people from WALL-E, because like that's what it is.
It's not gonna be bad.
I mean, I don't know.
It could go either way.
It could either end up.
But I don't know
destruction,
if I'd be like okay with being like dumb and happy. You know?
I don't think.
I think I'd want
but
more.
I don't think you'll have a choice.
Well,
that's awful.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
The illusion of free choice is what I like. Damn it.
Well, and that's the thing. But I don't know what would make me. I don't know what I need to do.
You don't need to know. It's going to know for you.
I don't like that.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then I'll probably be dumb and happy.
It might not be what you even think what you think you would
How
think
do
is
I
being
know
happy
it's-
now. I think they're gonna happen to our like dopamine receptors or something, and just pump that shit all the way up.
What about
We'll
those
always
whose
be feeling
dopamine
good.
receptors are just fucking broken?
Like entertainment's gotten to such a place where we're being stimulated constantly.
Yeah.
At this point.
No, you're right.
But like with me sometimes, like I think humans have this thing that they get sick of the stimulation at some point and they need to break away.
Spectruminal!
But that's not going to exist at some point. Like the reason I know how to use these, the reason I even like care about like martial arts in the slightest is because I that's really one of the things that got me to break away from like the stimulation.
That's why I like
Because
reading.
you just do the same shit over and over again, and it's only you, and you got to get better at doing a fucking move. You just got to get better at doing this one thing. Eventually, you get really fucking good at it.
See, and that's
But the
why
thing
I
is,
like
like, that's not gonna happen at some point. Because if a species that's living is a good species, and if the AI can continue to just keep us happy as they continue on their progress of getting better and better, they're gonna do that until we're dead.
You think
Anybody
so?
want to go off
Yes.
the grid with me?
Well, I mean, I guess the idea is like,
Go live in the Appalachian.
at what point would they see us as more of a liability? Because I think it's much sooner than you would anticipate.
A liability. Well, like either it's a slow progression of like humanity slowly incorporating with it, or if you're talking about suddenly, like the AI overlords come and we're done, then yeah, that'd probably happen. But I'm thinking of like if it continues into that slow progress of like the people getting the technology, it's gonna be hacking into like entertainment.
Well,
That's gonna be one of the first things.
But what I'm saying is the idea of like, well, if you have such a being of AI that is continuously trying to advance itself, there are going to be people who oppose it.
Of course.
And at some
everyone
point,
is. Everyone.
And what I'm saying is, at some point, it's gonna see every human as a liability. So they just like I mean, I guess I'm cool with that. Like, I don't give a shit because I'm not gonna have control of that. Like, whatever.
Exactly.
But like,
it might not be, but like it might not be Terminator though.
no, I don't think.
It
No,
might
I think
be-
we'll all be dead.
It'll be
before we know.
iRobot.
It might be the Matrix. Matrix might actually fucking happen.
I don't like that.
I think
You wouldn't
about
know.
that.
I don't
That's the
care.
thing. That's the thing.
We're there now.
I think I would totally be Cypher.
Gavin, I need to get you into reading.
I know. I have books that I just need to read.
I started reading today.
Reading what?
It was a series I started at work. Oh, fuck. I have no idea what it's called. I was trying to remember earlier for Gavin. I could not.
You remember the character name at all?
You're gonna know the
There-
book based on the character?
Sometimes.
There is a
There's so
Bree
many books.
What's the plot
Matthews.
so far?
There's a Bree Matthews, and her mom dies at the beginning of the book. And I only read chapter 1 today, and the prologue. But her mom dies at the beginning of the book, and she just describes like the police office and how like this is devastating. I also think that the target audience for this book is like
Women.
teenage women,
Okay.
You.
where it's like parents just don't understand.
Yeah. The Riverdale
Yeah.
audience.
I need to get you straying away from young adult stuff.
And well, I just needed something to like introduce myself into reading.
Yeah.
And she talks about how she just got accepted into this junior program where she can go to college for 2 years, and it just like replaces high school. Well, she applied with her friend, whose name is Alice, I believe. Applied with her friend, and I apologize.
COVID.
If
Strand 3.
Death Stranding.
And they both get accepted, and I'm giving you like the timeline, by the way. I'm not giving you how the book presents it. Mm-hmm. And that night, her mom, or that morning, she receives a letter, reads it. Her mom flips out. Or no, I guess it was the night before, and then the following morning, they were on speaking terms. I'm so bad at telling stories because I can't remember. I read it once, like I don't. Anyway, starting from the beginning.
Oh!
She showed her mom the letter the night before, and then the following morning, or there was a big fight. She flipped out. The following morning, the daughter, the main character, I don't remember what I said her name was, Bree. Bree was not on speaking terms, so she didn't say anything to her. And then that evening is when her mom got into a car accident, a hit and run. She was splattered on the dashboard, end quote.
Is this an isekai?
No,
Okay.
Mario is though. It is.
It is. Does he die in the movie?
No, like the games, Gavin. It starts out as an isekai.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fuck is an isekai?
You don't know what
Transported
an
to another
isekai
world
is?
is
Oh. I don't know
An
nerd
isekai.
terms for it.
Okay. But to say, I thought you would have been the one to know.
No, I think that's fair.
Did you watch his anime?
Yeah.
Not nerd anime.
Weeb. What anime do you watch?
Jujutsu
You watch
Kaisen.
the obscure one with the big-headed girl who looks like Megamind. the one you
Nana?
yeah, the one you gush about.
That's not an isekai.
I know, but that's an obscure
Nerd shit.
anime. For me, for people who don't watch anime, I don't know what that is.
So you watch fucking Shield Hero,
No.
whatever the hell.
Wrong.
Liar.
I thought Shield Hero was your favorite.
I watched nothing.
I don't
He only
watch
reads.
anything. I only rub my orange like a fushigi. Wow! Look at him go!
I should have brought my balls.
Play the fushigi trailer over there.
Fushigi, like I don't know what.
Do you? Who's the author?
And I can do it.
The fushigi?
No.
James Isaac Neutron.
We're gonna show you how to unlock the secrets of
Brain blast!
No string.
He pulls it out.
Magic.
Dost thou know the
Goddard
author?
goes after it as you're playing fetch.
I have no clue, but the description of the book was it was a grief-filled mystery in a classic a retelling of the classic King Arthur story.
Haley's
this-
face as soon as you said the first line of the description was so pure.
Is this like the fucking
with a complex magic system was the back of the
A
book.
complex magic system.
I know, right?
It
Why-
sounds like the fucking
Is this
Disney
a tabletop
retelling of
RPG?
King Arthur.
No,
Okay.
no.
Hogwarts. I mean, like Harry Potter
Like
never
Avon High or something.
advertises.
Gavin, do you know what The
itself.
Darkening is?
No.
The Darkening is a book about a city surrounded by darkness, and if you touch the darkness, it can cause physical ailments such as turning your legs to wood. Another thing in this book is the magic system that is based on letters and characters. So you string the characters together in certain ways. They do certain things. They can have different conditions. The royalty in this magic system get tattoos, and God takes over their body. Books can have complex magic systems. Like, I don't know.
I know, but would you ever like advertise with that?
I would hope so. Those are the fascinating books to me, where it has like
But,
a
like,
deep
on the
lore and
back
like, the
of-
rules of the
on
world.
the back of a book, would it say like
That is kind of
complex
weird. That
magic
is kind of
system?
odd. But I
Right.
was just kind
That's
of.
how I'm thinking
I'm
about
just-
it. I know there's lore.
Trying to think of
Oh, I know there's
time. Is that about your book that you're reading now, like the complex magic system?
Yeah, that's what it said on the back of it.
What's happening in this fucking book?
Nothing so far. I'm just in chapter 1, which they say that in chapter 1 she experiences something she can't explain or some
Ooh,
shit.
but creepy stuff happens in nowhere.
So not much has happened in the book. They almost went cliff diving, but didn't. They introduced something
She almost died, but didn't.
Salem,
Yeah, she almost went cliff.
Kane or something.
Salem witch.
Salwyn. I think it's Salwyn. Kane, perhaps.
Solomon?
I don't know.
Saul Goodman.
No. And then they see this. There's a fight breaks out. There's some screaming. They see this little green ghost. Gavin, can you put in like a little like? Can you put the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob?
Okay, I was gonna put Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin.
But there's like a green like ghost that's
Have a funny
hovering
little
over these
SpongeBob
four
edit.
people,
Video.
Slimer, the Green Ghost.
hovering over these four people fighting. Kevin, put in the video of Tristan and Miller fighting. I'll send it to you.
Okay. I was about to say I would put like It Man over or something.
Right, put Ip Man
fighting
over.
those four fucking.
Yeah. They and then like the first chapter ends because the dude's looking real shifty. There's some chemistry there. Literally, she feels sparks or some shit.
Oh, they like touch and they go. Ugh!
No, but he
What
does
was that?
grab
They
her
have their
wrist,
zing.
and she talks about her grabbing her wrist. I thought it was gonna be smut for a second. I was like,
He grabbed my wrist and then.
you know, the way
pussy.
it led into it, I was like, what the fuck did I choose to read?
What did it say?
Nothing. I don't know.
You read he grabbed her wrist in a book and immediately you think they're gonna like fuck or
But
something.
But no. There was like a little precursor to that, and like it was like definitely suggestive. I was like,
licked
what
my
the fuck
clit.
is going on?
Suggestive, not explicit.
I can pull up the book right now, guys. It's on Libby.
No, don't.
I use Libby. It's the website I use at work to read. You can put in your library card. It's really cool, actually. You can put in your library card, and
We're
you can go
sponsored.
online and like look at books digitally. This is a completely different tone than we were a
Be
minute
a
ago.
real
Yeah.
man and fucking read paper.
You went into salesman mode like real quick.
Yeah, no, I mean it's really cool. I mean, I signed up with our local library, and I've been.
They're gonna say our promo
Dude, I want
code.
to go to the library so bad.
I have a library card. I have 2 now.
I have my first library
One's online.
card.
Can we be the sponsorship of reading?
Read
Please.
and give us money on Patreon.
Okay.
Gavin,
Not making it.
I'll set it up.
I'll fucking do it.
Go ahead.
I'm not even a tech person.
Tech person. I don't think you need to be.
You gotta do something,
We'll
man.
figure that out later.
Insane.
Gavin,
Yes.
go ahead.
So
Explain yourself.
Kyan came to my door today,
That's me.
and I opened the door for him, and he said, just like he exclaimed as he walked in, "Ooh, this is gonna be a fun one!" And I felt so
End
good
quote.
when he said that because I was going to say something to the same effect, but he took the words right out of my mouth because I didn't research anything. I didn't research like a goddamn thing.
So what are we doing here?
I don't know. We're gonna see where this goes. Cause I kind of want to talk about something, but I was like, I don't want to research it really.
Go on.
But I also,
Oh God.
I was thinking about how. Where's my phone? Thought about how I have a lot of random thoughts throughout the day, and I was like, I should probably bring these up in the podcast. So I
Are you or Carl?
maybe.
God damn it.
Who?
No one of importance.
You just bite me.
Sorry, that was really mean.
How dare you?
I meant in the situation right now. But I was just like, I would kind of like to get their takes on these. I just read what the first one was.
I can't believe you're doing this already.
What do you mean?
You're being yourself.
Fine, I won't be myself.
No, that's not what I meant.
But yeah.
This early in the show, we're really testing these boundaries.
Yeah, I want to have a good time. We're loosey-goosey.
Is this what you said to me?
I want this to be like we were recording.
Was it in preface for this?
Yes.
You
You bastard.
I don't know how this is going to go.
go on.
Well, okay, so...
Tie it to the cult. You gotta tie it to
Tie
the
it
cult.
to the cult?
Good luck.
Everyone, I want you to answer these two in the comments. You know, like,
I want to hear our followers.
I do. I want to pass this around like how you pass out, like, the donation, like, hat at your church, but you put in your answers.
Oh, I meant like pass around your thoughts to read.
Well, we don't have an audience to do that yet with. We could do that eventually, though. If you have questions for us. I guess I should make a Reddit for that.
That's not a Bible, by the way.
But, well, it's
Bible of boobs.
a Bible of boobs?
Yeah.
An encyclopedia of
The
clit.
Did you say the booble?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Encyclopedia.
Encycleptopedia.
What's klepto?
Well,
Stealing.
klepto stealing, yeah.
Okay.
Encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia.
How do you wipe your ass?
Wait, like,
The way everyone should.
This is what I want to talk about.
how do you wipe your
Well,
ass?
I'm gonna tell you because I forgot I was taking a shit and listening to something on YouTube, and they talked about how do you wipe, and like this got brought up, and I was
we
like,
had to have clips like this.
it was like front to back or back to front, And I remember when this hypothesis was first brought to me, when I first learned about this query of the modern mind, and I was like, back to front to back? What do you mean? Don't we all wipe the same?
First off, I use baby wipe.
Hold on.
Really?
Hold on. I want to hear you go first.
I go front to back.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. I'm happy.
What do you do?
Front to back.
And you?
I also use baby wipes, and I go front to back.
Because we're cultured and civilized.
Well, I do it because I'm not trying to trail shit to my vagina.
Exactly.
That's a very common...
That's like the biggest thing with me, is I'm like, who the fuck goes like back to front? Because you're gonna get fucking doo-doo up in your balls.
Yeah.
I'm really glad we're all on the same page here.
And, baby wipes so I don't have fucking paper particles stuck up in there.
Baby wipes. I feel like I should though. But aren't they bad for the environment or something?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Everything's bad for the environment.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true.
I would like to get a bidet, but, like, my fucking family is weird.
That shit makes me go like, that must be a whole new world.
Yeah. Some of them have hot air drying.
What?
Yeah.
What about hot water?
Oh, yeah. It's not cold.
I always thought it was cold.
Well, there's some that are cold, but, like, if you get, like, into the good models, they have
You're telling me they spray warm water up my ass?
heated.
It's probably not like
Not
hot
like
water.
hot,
It's not
but
like
it's, like, tempered.
Well, I'm saying
like shower water.
This sells me even more. I was iffy on it before.
They
Now
have
I'm
little
in.
attachable bidets that you can just hook up to your toilet.
Yeah. Tushy.
Yeah.
Is that a brand?
It is.
Oh.
The Bears have them.
Oh.
Fuck you, Sherman.
What? Go off on your Charmin rant. I want to know what this is about.
I just don't like Charmin. They're overpriced. They fucking...
Your commercials are weird.
Which ones
They
are the
are
Charmin?
weird.
Are
They're
those
the Bears.
There's
Yes.
there's
They
no
now-
horny
You don't
bears.
like those?
They now
Are they
have
canceled?
scalloped edges.
What do you mean they've scalloped edges?
Like, the edges for when you tear, they're waved.
Like
For
like
easy tear.
the Bears have, or the
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 toilet
toilet paper
Okay, the
has
toilet paper.
waves.
I was just talking about how we were at first we were talking about why we don't like the Bears, and then you said they scalloped toilet paper, and I was like, the Bears did that? I didn't know they had any input. Like, what kind of subplots are going on in these commercials?
They are weird commercials.
Why are they weird?
Shout out to the goldfish commercials.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Why do we not
we're
like the bear
considered vintage
commercials?
now.
Because of the goldfish commercials?
No, we're considered vintage because we're, like, 20 years old now.
Oh god.
Well,
no, I'm gonna be like.
we're not 20 years old now.
No, we're still young.
By the time this comes out, I'll be like 20 in like 3 days.
I've
Yeah.
gotten none of you presents. I'm not sorry
That's
about it.
fine. We just bought Christmas stuff.
Oh yeah.
So like,
oh yeah.
you know.
Then I gotta pay a hospital bill now.
Yeah, for $200.
I'm just jobless.
Yeah.
I'll paint you guys something.
I would love that.
Okay.
But when we're talking
Toilet paper,
the Charmin
Charmin
Ultras,
people.
Back to
why do we
front,
not like the
front to
commercials?
back,
They're weird.
left to
Yeah,
right,
but you just
right
keep
to
saying
left.
they're weird. Why do you think
Have
they're
you seen a
weird?
Sherman
Do a little
commercial?
circle in there.
I have, but give it to me. Like, why? What makes you weird about them?
They're horny about the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Gavin.
Now
They're
rubbing on the toilet
That's
paper.
a good answer.
They're oddly sexual.
They are. What's in the toilet? Is that like catnip for them?
No.
Do you think if you give toilet paper to a bear, they go crazy for it like catnip?
Definitely not. No.
Or is-
The bears are
For
red,
sure.
Gavin.
but I'm saying a real bear. Are you saying what's up with their fur?
Well, no. Wait.
Aren't they blue?
There might have been a blue one.
They changed.
Are they not? Gavin, I'm not the color guy. Color gal? What color?
I could have, but I.
Recent one I saw, they were red.
They
But I
are
do
red.
remember a
But they were blue at one
one.
point, right? In like the early 2000s.
That sounds right. Like, you said blue, and I was like, yeah, I thought so, but I don't know now.
Okay, next question.
Next question.
These questions are like the clips that make other podcasts go viral, and that bothers me.
What do you mean?
Like they're like trendy questions. So
Oh,
far,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, we'll do this.
Did you know
instead.
Dick Van Dyke is still alive?
Like from the Dick Van Dyke Show?
Yes, from the Dick Van Dyke Show.
I've heard the name, but I don't
And-
think I've ever seen him.
And Mary Poppins. And Shade Shady Bang Bang. And
Oh,
a bunch
him.
Of, yeah, the chimney sweep. He like moves around a bunch. He's just like 98 years old, and I just thought about like he he was kind of considered revolutionary for his time with television, because like the Dick Van Dyke Show, I kind of like looked it up a little bit because I was like, I've always heard about it, but I was like, why is this even revolutionary at all? Like, what was the point? And obviously we can't really comprehend it because it's probably just what television is to us now. But from what I gathered, the person was just like, listen, your I Love Lucy's and your fucking Sheriff McGraw motherfucker walking around. What was his name? Andy Griffith.
Griffin?
Griffin. Andy Griffin Show. I hope that's right.
No, that sounds right.
He was just like, that was your pussy ass shit. This was your Seinfeld at the time. Like, I know you don't like Seinfeld, or like, I guess for our time, it's like, this is your Sunny in Philadelphia. It was just you don't like that either. But
I don't think that's our time anymore.
yeah, but
I
like,
think that's like my mom's time.
but like, I'm saying like it's the raunchy one a little bit, and what's technically raunchy is not gonna be raunchy
Is it
to
our
us.
Euphoria?
No, it's not.
Dude, I don't
Euphoria.
know any of our TV. What is considered our Seinfeld?
Our Seinfeld. That's a good. Is it Big Mouth? Is that no? Please no.
I mean,
But, like I
I do
said,
know a lot of people who.
Who like Big Mouth?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who like Euphoria, and at least the camera work and that's cool.
At least Euphoria isn't. It's not Big Mouth. I don't know what Euphoria is, but it's not Big Mouth.
You should watch Euphoria. It's
I think the
interesting.
fact that you don't know what Euphoria is, but we all know what Big Mouth is.
We all know what Big Mouth is.
Actually, I've only seen the first season of Big Mouth. And
I haven't-
I haven't watched any of it.
I just know what it is. Yeah, I watched a few
I know
episodes
Megan
here
Thee
and there.
Stallion's in the latest season. She's one of the hormone monsters.
I don't want to go near that show. That show is
Me neither, no.
fucking.
I know a lot of people that look like the Big Mouth characters and act like them.
Yeah, we talked about that one comedian looked like one. The guy who got into big trouble with the hitting women and such.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of comedians, have you been following Cat Williams at all?
No.
Who?
His special is it? He has a new special, right?
I don't know.
I thought he did. Maybe not.
Cat Williams? I think he had one this year. But I don't know.
I thought he was promoting it.
Or
on
last
that-
year?
Was
on
that
podcast.
the podcast thing you had?
Yeah,
to watch?
yeah.
Okay.
He's... Well, I'm not going to talk about it here. I've got most of that out. I'm not worried about it.
About how he's just calling everybody out.
Well, yeah, people are going back and forth now, I think. Like,
Really?
I mean, like, Ludacris responded in, like, a rap that he did. I don't know if Steve Harvey responded. I didn't really...
Steve Harvey was called out?
Oh, yeah, because he's
yeah.
a joke thief.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, Cedric the
Cedric
Entertainer
the
responded.
Entertainer was a big one.
Yeah.
He ripped in there.
Yeah. Dude,
He went off.
Yeah.
He is a goat. Like I've never consumed like a lot of his comedy, but like you hear everyone talk about Cat Williams as like one of the best, and you see why in that fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, the jokes were so good, and like he set them up so like far behind him. He would go on rants.
Yeah.
About just like he'd get really specific with one detail, and then but he would like come back to hit you with the punchline because you forgot the punchline was even coming. You thought he was just rambling about some other shit, and he was like, "Nah, your big fucking fat ass is a fucking stupid idiot." And just like, Jesus Christ.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, no, I was just wondering if you kept up on any of it, because it is interesting to watch.
I don't
And then
care
how
about
he
drama.
talked,
I
huh?
don't care about drama.
I mean, I guess I don't either. I'm just kind of curious about these individuals. I don't know. It's interesting to watch to me.
I feel bad they don't
guess
watch the news.
Yeah.
I like learning about stupid influencer drama just as background noise because it's funny that people...
I can't do
That
that.
people care that much.
It makes me sad.
It's kind of scary that people care that much. These people have like ready militias.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's crazy.
Like
That's their cult.
Like Taylor
It is,
Swift,
it
for
is.
example. Taylor Swift is a cult, but Taylor Swift, for example, there was like a summer camp that had the name of their like summer camp or something before she had the title of like an album, and they tried to sue her for it or something, and it was really weird. And they tried to sue her for it, and she countersued because a bunch of her fans tipped off her lawyers that they would often like perform popular music, including some Taylor Swift songs. So she filed a cease and desist.
Okay.
And
Look
also
at
there's
me.
the whole like dating a jet thing.
I was kind of on her side for a second, but then that kind of happened.
Oh, no, she's not good. Look at me. If you like Taylor Swift, don't fucking watch this podcast. I don't fucking like you. Don't fucking go. Go away.
Don't listen to her. You can continue to watch. It's okay to have difference of opinion.
I also agree. Unless she's like, I can't say that word. Unless
Can
she's
I
like
say that
touching
word?
kids.
Yeah, if she's that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, if she's on Epstein's list.
She
She's up
is
there with
one
the
of
wheelchair
the
man.
leading.
But
Dude,
only her. I
she
don't really
no,
care who
you know how
else.
she dates that
Who
fucking
else
jet
is on
player
it?
or whatever the fuck?
Sorry, what were you saying? We'll get
You know
to
how she
Epstein in a
dates that
second.
fucking jet player? or
Stephen
fuck?
Hawking.
Every fucking weekend she'd use her private fucking jet to see him, and she produces, I can't remember the exact percentage amount, but she produces...
Oh, her emissions are crazy.
Yeah, her carbon emissions are literally why we can't even... One of the main reasons why we can't fucking save or salvage anything. Why nothing we do fucking matters to help the environment.
Save or salvage?
Salvage.
What are you salvaging?
What's left of the fucking earth.
Huh? What are you talking
Environment
She's talking about how impactful her emissions are.
against the
Yeah,
environment.
like she's flying the private. But what's with the scalping and salvaging?
Salvaging.
Salvaging. What are you salvaging though?
The rest of the earth that's not fucking...
It's not an apocalypse though.
No,
You're not like Mad
but
Max,
if we
like,
continue,
falling out,
like,
if
there
we
can
do a
continue
mall.
down
There's
this
a-
way, it's gonna get fucking around there.
There's a Power Ranger series that's set in an alternate universe that's apocalyptic, and they're just
really?
kind of like, they have their morphers, and they're like the end of the... I think they have I think it's kind of Mad Max style.
What
I'm
do
not
you
sure.
mean? Are there rangers like?
Dude, I've been learning
dickheads?
so much recently. I'm like trying to get more knowledgeable so I can talk about it on the podcast. I'm
I
not
love
gonna lie to you.
that. I love that. I want to have your moment where you rant about Power Rangers.
But I've also been learning about like how like a lot of the teams. I'm not gonna worry about it. You'll catch that up eventually.
We'll get it eventually.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Who else is on Epstein's little black book?
Like I said, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. I've seen the memes of that.
That's really interesting.
He
Who
likes
else,
little
though?
boys.
No, I don't
Girls.
know. I
We
think
can be inclusive.
the joke I heard today, and I don't know if it's a joke, but he liked watching midgets solve complex math equations with a board they couldn't reach,
That is.
which is it's a good fucking.
It's a very
joke.
good
Love
bit.
that.
That's just like that's the hilarious bit of like someone trying to write what Stephen Hawking would be like
Little people?
evilly doing on
Sorry?
his secret island. It's just like they can't solve the math problem.
I mean,
I called someone we know a fucking dwarf today.
Who?
You gonna cut out the name?
Okay.
we can want.
Oh yeah,
Wah wah.
Want.
Wah wah.
because
Why is she a dwarf?
have you seen her?
She's pretty small.
She is small.
She's tiny and looks like a man.
Did you know there's?
Her and
Want.
the
Did
same
you know-
actually.
I kind of get that.
I can't
the
say the
plug
word,
eyes.
but
Wah
did you
wah
know
for
there's an
both those
Amish little person out there in the world?
I feel like they'd kill him. I feel like the Amish would kill them.
I thought he said. I thought we would kill them.
No.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. No, but like apparently I saw him when I was little. And we made eye contact and then like he walked away.
Did you
And then
think he
your
was
mom
your age?
captured one of his father's soul in the camera.
Oh yeah. My mom took a picture of like an Amish person looking at a waterfall at years ago, and my dad was like, his soul is trapped in there. He's gonna die and like think he's gonna go to heaven, but little does he know he's gonna turn around and be in a little family house.
Yeah.
A white woman's
Watching
camera.
He's gonna
Forever.
go, oh.
Laughing at
Laughing at a what?
Well, I was thinking laughing at an Amish person's anguish because hypothetically he is so much.
Hypothetically,
there.
their soul is trapped
Yeah.
inside the picture realm.
We're just like, haha, fuck that guy.
He can't do anything. He can't even turn around. He's just
No,
stuck
no,
there,
yeah.
looking
Because
at
he
that
didn't
waterfall.
follow our religion.
Why did you grasp the book as you said that?
I was fixing my bookmark.
I can't wait till I release my book.
That's gonna be so cool.
I forgot your hole punch. It's fine though. You forgot my tea.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who else was on his book?
I haven't looked at the names. I'm not gonna-
Cedric the
fucking
Entertainer,
windy
Steve
outside.
Harvey.
What's his name? Bill Clinton.
But yeah, we know that.
Yeah, but
I meant like new ones.
I mean, we can look up a list, but like,
Is it out? Oh wow, the winds are blowing.
yeah, jeez. Whistle.
Who is on Epstein's list?
All right.
Going back to the shit topic, I just want to bring up that I have to use a plunger for most of my shits that I take now, and I just find that crazy because I always thought I would never have to use one.
Have you
Why
changed
did
your
you use the
diet?
plunger?
What? I think so. What?
Do you use so much toilet paper? That,
Well, I take big shits, and then I use a lot of toilet paper.
maybe you should move to wipes. But you'll need a trash can. You can't put those in the...
That's true.
I always just... We throw our toilet paper in the trash can, too.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you flush your wipes. And I was like, what the
No.
fuck? You guys of all people?
We care about our plumbing.
See? That's why I was confused.
This was just a little thought I had about how, like... I always think about how I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn recently, and the premise of that game is kind of like caveman times after, like, big future people. Like,
I want to play Until Dawn.
I know you do. And it's like the future people kill themselves somehow. Centuries pass, new people come up. They're like cavemen.
They get killed by AI.
And they got like robot dinosaurs roaming about. And it's just like I think about like, what if we're the cavemen? And like, what if the Egyptians were like super technologically advanced? And then some like a crater impact like hit them, and then we just got reset, and we're just like, and the pyramids are like, what to those people would be our Golden Gate Bridge. Because you think about what the pyramids were, like because I mean Joe Rogan talks about it so much, but it's just like
pyramids.
How technologically advanced were they?
That is a good question.
It's something I think about so much.
Do you want to take a trip to Egypt?
No, I would not. It's scary.
Well,
Why?
this
lot
leads
of
into my
scammers
last
over there,
thing I
actually.
have written down.
Well, then there's three
Was
of
just
us.
that
What do you
like
say?
I kind of realized today, like I could die tomorrow if I just got in like a car crash or something. And I'd spend my entire life in just like Ohio.
I had a huge ass puddle on my way over here. It almost took my wheels.
That would have been really awkward.
But I was just thinking about like I'd be kind of bummed about that. I think. Well, I wouldn't because I'd be dead.
Yeah.
But it's just like I feel like I want to go to so many places and see the world.
Oh, yeah.
But like if I were to just die tomorrow because I don't know, I decide to just not turn left when I'm supposed to turn left. I just die.
Isn't it crazy
a fucking
how
intersection.
fragile
That's
life
why you
is?
follow your gut feeling.
And your light in the afterlife. We're here for you.
I'll lean into something else. What was I going to talk about?
Talk to me about Until Dawn.
Why do you want to play Until Dawn?
I think I've seen like snidbits of the game, and you told me that it's like your options impact the story and all that shit.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool, but I like horror games.
You like horror games?
Yes.
What do you play?
Well, Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
I like The Outlast.
Bayonetta's terrifying.
A woman who's
A witch?
She is a witch.
An independent woman.
That reminds
most
me.
terrifying
Why the fuck
thing.
did you call my great grandma La Bruja? Like, why was she called La Bruja?
Because
That's just the family lore.
Was it because the fucking Chihuahua chased after you fuckers?
No, I don't think it chased after any
Isn't
of
your
us,
grandma
actually.
a witch?
Huh?
Haley.
My
Isn't your
great grandma was not a bruja.
Okay.
La Bruja. No, my grandpa had a weird feeling about her. She was being weird. I don't know. Maybe that was a different
He
woman.
can sense witches.
Yeah. My
My-
grandpa, my abuelo, dude.
He can sense
We've
witches.
talked about my abuelo, right? In his
know.
fucking
My
dreams.
great aunt was a high
How he's a
priestess.
prophet.
What? I think so.
Yeah.
But talk about it on here.
No.
Why?
My
I
great.
want to hear about the prophet.
I'll
We
get
have-
the stories.
Okay.
We have the prophet, and then we have the high priestess, because my great aunt was a high priestess.
Okay.
And I'm definitely not a medium. I'm a viewer.
Yes.
Just like
you.
You don't know what I spiked this tea with.
But then the paranormal thing I want to talk about was I just want to talk about poltergeists.
That's why you see your
Poltergeist?
Yeah. Because I find poltergeist kind of fascinating. Well, in that first, the term poltergeist is weird to me because it's like a ghost.
Isn't it more malevolent?
I don't know.
I think so.
Because, like, well, I think ghost, and to me a ghost has, like, so much muddy territory to it, where it's like,
Hey, real quick.
yes.
Wendigo, carnivores, brain eating. I hear you can't eat a human brain. You guys know
Goes
anything
you
about this?
Insane.
You can't
Yeah.
eat a brain?
Yeah, like you can cook and prepare all the other human meat fine. But like you can't eat a human brain.
What do you
Actually,
mean you
if
can't
we-
eat a human brain?
If people have continued consumption of human like flesh or anything like that, it does cause a sort of sickness.
What do you mean you can't do it, though?
Because the brain, if you eat the brain, you just die.
Really?
You just like something, and I don't know how true that is.
But,
'cause
like,
I think
monkeys
about the
definitely eat brains.
Okay, no, it's a human thing.
Why is it a
human,
human thing?
human ex human.
Like, and this thought was also, again, and I don't know if this is true. Please
don't know.
tell me.
Because your bodies start fighting
the
over
way,
who's
the
fucking
way you're
controlling
saying
that
it
thing.
makes me think it's like a Lovecraft thing, where if you eat the brain, you gain the knowledge.
No, you just fucking shake and laugh hysterically till you die.
Yeah, but what happens though? Like,
Anyway,
are you saying it's indigestible?
But this thought was coupled with the idea of Neanderthals and how Neanderthals and Homo sapiens had some overlapping period. So that's why they think people. This is like a theory on why we. What is it?
Evolved.
The uncanny valley disturbs us so much, but because there was Neanderthals that looked very similar to us,
Ew.
but
They
we're
weren't us.
okay with cannibalism and we're able to just.
I see.
So they're like, oh hey, those things look like us, but also kind of a predator because they like to eat people.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me. So yeah,
that.
I don't know. It's just a thought. Anyway, go back to
cool. But yeah,
Poltergeist. It's
Poltergeist
a pretty
is
good
weird.
movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it
I
either.
know it was Spielberg.
It was Spielberg.
Spielberg made that one. And
Did he make the things move?
Well, special effects did. So yes,
Okay,
but I also know that girl died like shortly after that film was made.
that's
Oh
kinda
yeah,
crazy.
I've also never watched Poltergeist. I was trying to remember what fucking movie we were talking about.
I have no idea
1980s.
anything about the movie. Yeah, can you put it behind
Yeah.
us? Actually, when we say Poltergeist for the first time, put a jump scare in and then leave this clip in too. Yeah.
Pea soup. That's what they used for her pea.
That's Exorcist.
Oh yeah, that's
Wah,
what I'm
wah.
thinking about. Who the fuck is what is?
Poltergeist is a Steven Spielberg movie where the girl goes, "They're here," as she's looking into the television with the static.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never watched it. I'm thinking
I
Exorcist.
know the set was supposedly like haunted or stuff. You know, a lot of people died making that movie, I'm pretty sure.
Didn't a lot of people die during The
making
Exorcist too?
Like not every bridge is
I
haunted.
know,
Like what
I
the
know.
fuck?
But poltergeist is a weird term to me because, like, I think it's a German origin. I mean, it sounds like it.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Kevin, how are you gonna do no research and then make these
I
claims?
think I did a little bit of research.
Oh, what do you mean you think you did a little bit of
Red
research?
rum. Red
Because I
rum.
remember that fact. I was like, oh, it's from Germany.
I thought you just pulled that out of your ass. I mean, essentially you did.
Well, I
but,
thought
like,
about, like, I want to talk about poltergeist, but then I never researched it. And I was just like, I'll just still talk about poltergeist.
Just not as in depth.
Go on.
And I was just, like, because ghosts, what kind of scares me about them is the fact that it's, like, the unexplained. Like, you can't really perceive what they do or exactly what their powers are.
Yeah.
I know for some people... Something wrong with the camera?
No, I just like looking at it.
Okay. You looked at it like
We're like cavemen. We gotta.
like someone was crawling out of it. Like, is that? Hold on a sec. Ringu out of it.
I wish we could do that from the green screen. We could walk out of the green screen.
But like part of what scares me about them is they are kind of unexplained, and it's kind of like the Zach Baggins effect of like putting a name on it, going like this is a poltergeist because it moves things, and it's like wait, so are there ghosts that are poltergeists that can just move things, and there are other types of ghosts that can't do that stuff? How do we know this?
I think there is like a hierarchy of like.
Right, but that's dumb.
Phasmophobia
Yeah.
taught me that there was, in fact, different ghosts that do different things.
Like, I think that's kind of cool in some extent, but it's also like that's the equivalent of like the alien species to me, of like the lizard
just-
people.
It's just
and the
humans
Nordics.
trying to put a name to
the
a
12
face.
main aliens.
Yes, it very much is that, and I get it's that.
But I believe poltergeist is again they can move stuff, but they have more like malevolent, evil intent. And they're more trying to cause
They're more
damage.
active too.
Really?
That's the
Yes.
thing of poltergeist. They're more active.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing is like I like ghost videos on the internet, and some of my favorites are poltergeist ones because like I like if you type in poltergeist videos, you're gonna get a very specific type of video of like.
The strings all connected to the fucking drawers.
Well,
and
no,
pull
like
one thing. and
like
then-
security camera
Yeah.
footage of like shit falling down in stores and people going like, "What the fuck?"
Did anyone ever
Yeah.
debunk that fucking video of that weird little creature walking on the
Oh, yeah,
driveway?
That's
was-
a fucking.
that was the
That was
little
a
boy.
kid.
Yeah.
That was a kid.
Yeah.
No one needed
Who
to
let
debunk that.
Who let their kid out? It looks so fucking.
The mom. who was being
Illuminati talks
interviewed.
about that.
I think I remember that.
Like
Dude,
3
why did-
times. or
Why did the
something.
kid look like that then? It looked like a fucking house elf.
I know.
He
it
had
was-
his
it was
underwear on his head.
Terrible, yeah. That's what they said is the
Yeah, the kid walked around the neighborhood with underwear on his head, and this.
But
a
it
fucking
looks so
weird kid.
dark outside.
And the interviewers are like, oh, so your son is the one in the video because he wears underwear on his head and walks weird. And she's like, no, I think it's an alien. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I like those poltergeist videos because...
Also, why'd you bring up Wendigo? That's a Native American stuff.
Yes.
I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. Bum, 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 bum. The witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. Jing, jang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. Jing, jang, walla, bang, bing, bang. It's been stuck in my head. Excuse me. You like Poltergeist?
I like those videos of people like watching, getting freaked out. Like there's this one of like this guy who like works at this store and it's closed, and he's just like stocking like beer or whatever, and like two things fall behind him. Yes.
Do you know that one scene I talk about sometimes when we talk about Jeff about I want to see a character dip their hands in holy water and fist fight a ghost?
Yeah.
The other night I heard a weird noise in my house and I fucking sprayed the holy water I have on my hands and rubbed it in and was like, alright, motherfuckers, let's go.
That's awesome.
What weird noise?
I don't know. I didn't know what it was.
Describe it.
It was like a and then like
Where was it coming from?
just towards mine and Ollie's and my mom's room.
I see a lot of weird shit at my grandma's house. Like out of the corner of your eye, you're like, what the fuck?
Okay.
But also, we think that house is haunted by little children because it was a one-room schoolhouse at one point.
Because of course it was.
When?
Like, they moved the one-room schoolhouse to where it's at now, and then they built onto it eventually. But the one-room part was where the kitchen is right now.
What time period was it?
I do not remember.
200s.
Cavemen were etching rocks into this schoolhouse.
It's not the 200s.
And the wallpaper in the kitchen is based off Revolutionary
Jesus'
War.
birth is 0, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, wait.
or is it his
'Cause
death?
It's after death. I've thought about
His
we
death.
don't really know what age Jesus was.
No, oh no, yeah, that's all an approximation.
Yeah.
But the 200s would still be similar. That's not caveman.
AD means after death.
Yeah, so sorry, his death.
So you think the time starts now, like when he's like...
Well, no, again, it's somebody just guessed. They were like, oh, it starts here.
What do you mean? What do you mean they guessed?
They don't have like a date.
When did it start?
They were like, this is 0, and
When
now
the
we're in
atoms
this
met
year.
and
Wait, were they like 0 starts now?
Yeah.
Or
You know, there's-
no, when they were deciding this, were they like 0 right now, 0 right now?
Yeah, kinda.
Or were they like, oh no, 0 was like a couple years ago. This is like
It was
24
probably
this is
0 was a
24.
couple years ago.
This is
yeah.
24.
Yeah, most certainly. Like it was like, oh, this is like 120 or something.
yeah.
Like I'm sure it was quite a bit.
Is
of
it
time.
even that far?
I don't know. What's up?
No, nothing. I'm just dancing because you guys are talking about shit I'm not interested in.
You don't care about the
I love that.
ancient history of when the timeline started?
No.
You know, some countries, or I don't know if it's countries, but some places don't use the same calendar.
Yeah, France did, dude.
Fuck France.
Remember that fucking guy? The guy I couldn't remember what I was talking about on here?
No, I mean like to this day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah,
That was crazy, though.
definitely not Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Yes, not that guy.
I still have not
Choppy.
watched any of our episodes.
That's fine. You don't need to.
I started watching episode 1 with Z.
Z?
Z.
Is that your nickname for her?
That's
That's
her
been her
nickname for her.
nickname.
Okay.
I add an extra syllable to her name.
Poltergeist. But yes, Poltergeist. Poltergeist.
You're still
Poltergeist.
trying to resurrect the poltergeist, Gavin.
Wow.
You gotta say
Wow.
the word till it
Oh, yeah.
doesn't feel real anymore.
so, like, that
Poltergeist,
video is
poltergeist,
just of, like-
poltergeist.
Oh no, there's 3 of them now.
It's like Beetlejuice. They just keep popping up. But the video is...
Spirit box.
We should have that as a segment on this shit.
We're just going like... Hey.
You know what? You could have done that. You could have set up a little ghost hunting thing between our breaks. Because, you didn't have anything prepared. And it'd be recorded.
We could do little, like, fucking Ghost Hunter skits in between, and we'll have them be, like, fucking pulled off the screen while I'm reading my book while you guys are off doing some shit on break.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun.
But I like Poltergeist videos because it is that moment in which you get to see the people like react to like what's going on. Well, I mean, like, it's not that. It's like, since it's like security camera footage.
Put Boo up here.
Since it's security camera footage, they're genuine. It's their genuine reaction, so you get to see them just go like, No, there's no gasp though. They just turn around. They just go like, huh?
Yeah, we'll put a poltergeist video behind us.
Whoa. Look at that guy looking.
Wow.
He's looking for something, but something drops. There's nothing there really. But like I like seeing that moment because it's very pure and genuine, and it's something we can all relate to because we've all had that feeling of feeling like something's like dropped. Or,
You know, there's a lot of times where I feel like I am the victim of a horror movie, and I think I see something, and then I ignore it, and I think,
That's just being
Exactly.
a woman.
and that's that moment captured purely because I think that person probably just wrote that off in their head. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, it probably just fell off.
And-
but then you rewind the footage and you see that doesn't look right.
well, and even in like horror
See a
movies,
lot of
they do
weird
like you
shit
gotta
in
assume
fields,
that
man.
most of the people who like see something for a second out of the corner of their eye are just like, oh fuck it,
Exactly.
because like that's what we do.
Exactly.
So like people are like, well, why didn't you check that? No, motherfucker, you wouldn't either. You would just be like,
I
oh, I
may
guess
be
there's
white,
nothing
but
in
I'm
my
not
back
that
seat.
fucking
But
white.
the moment in which you check the footage and you see it is something's off
Oh yeah,
and you go, oh my god, I didn't know. Like
that'd be spooky.
it's fucking terrifying.
We'll
Dude.
start filming anything, and that'll happen. I'm sure.
When I start living on my own, I'm
I
gonna have
thi-
to have fucking
I wanna
cameras around my house.
I do want to film myself sleep.
I'm not gonna feel safe.
You know, that is kind of interesting, and maybe it's like
Like
the
Andy
way
Warhol?
movies are produced.
Hold on, we'll get to that. We'll continue.
But like, there's not like movie footage, of paranormal events.
what do you mean?
You would think that, like, they talk about like shit that's, like haunted sets and shit like that. But there's no like, is there any footage out there while they were filming of something happening? So you would think that would exist. You know how many movies have been
there's
filmed?
some crazy shit that's happened though. And
Yeah.
I know you'll hear about it because they talk about Illuminati, so I won't even bring it up yet. Because one of them made me go like, "This is spooky."
I'm just thinking, like, you know, it is kind of interesting that there's no film quality paranormal events that are out there. Because one would think that hypothetically, of all the movies that have been filmed,
Yeah, but a lot
That they
of
were-
it happens when they're not filming, and you're not gonna be constantly rolling.
no, but even so, like, the amount of movies that have been filmed,
Well, yeah. So you're saying like if these hauntings are actually happening, they shouldn't just be happening to like scary horror movies. They should be happening in like what's that one Vin Diesel movie where it's like blood? He
The
like dies.
Pacifier? Anyway.
He like dies and like he's a big strong man now. Bloodsport, something like that.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
That should be a haunted movie set. Vin Diesel should have seen like something fall over and go like, huh?
But, like, and it's also, like, these people, like, these companies film all over the world. There's movies
That's
filmed
true.
all over the world.
Yeah.
And yet, in none of these places are you telling me any paranormal event hasn't been caught on film. This is the first time I've had this thought, Gavin. This is odd.
But they would probably just edit that out.
They don't think they'd keep it for themselves even. That's my quandary. Like, why?
But it's also like so much other stuff happens in the world that it's like we can't only look at that and go like, ghosts aren't real.
If
I don't
any,
really think
if
ghosts are
we
real. I would
film,
like to
if
believe.
we're filming anything, and some paranormal shit happens, we will be showing you. Because
Yeah, of
fuck
course.
I'm
anybody
probably
who
gonna
doesn't,
get
dude.
Of course.
It's goofy.
See a lot of weird shit in fields.
Well, yeah, of course.
But is that like I don't know, because I mean a lot of it is just your mind filling the space,
Exactly.
right? Like our minds don't like being unoccupied. That's why when you're in like a deprivation tank or something,
I don't know,
can
man. You said
hallucinate.
I'm Apex Predator shit.
Well,
I
I
see
also-
something move, I'm like, what the fuck?
But I think that's just your instincts kicking in to be like, don't go outside at night or you get eaten by wolves.
Yeah, like I don't, because your mind. I don't know how much your mind fills in.
So much, I think.
I think a lot.
Don't
It
look
filters
up in
out
the trees.
a lot.
Don't look up in the trees.
In the trees,
The trees.
you'll see the Black Panther.
Oh, trees have eyes. They watch you back.
Exactly.
What do you?
Fucking
What
a
is
lot.
this?
Those are just rules to live by when you're walking in
What do
the
you mean
woods.
there are rules to live by? Where'd you hear that from?
Well, I think that probably
Appalachia?
stems from the idea that predators can come from above. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, a mountain lion in
A
a tree or
mountain lion.
something.
Yeah.
The trees have eyes.
Did
They're
monkeys
watching.
hunt humans?
Some.
Chimps are assholes.
There's some troops, I think, of monkeys that are like
People got killed by monkeys.
probably
Oh,
a lot.
I mean, like, okay,
my aunt watches some show called like fucking I Survived or whatever the hell, and this dude saved someone from a chimp attack by beating him with something after like they crashed their car. Like he woke up from like being down, and he grabbed something immediately to like beat this chimp off. And he beat up like the head chimp, and all of a sudden you see like this whole herd of them around, like surrounding everyone. They back off because he beat up.
How cool I'd feel if I beat the head of the fucking troop. If I saved Gavin's life after a car accident, and all these chimps are looking at me because I just fucking beat up their leader with like a board, you know.
Mm.
That would be the most thrilling thing in the entire world.
Yeah, I think I'd peak.
Well, the dude that was fucking being attacked had to go to the hospital because he had like
Gavin.
limbs ripped off.
Or it'd be inverse. Gavin would be beating him off with his nunchucks. Fucking.
Well, this dude like woke up after being like not comatose, but being knocked out from the crash.
Oh yeah.
Like first instinct, he like fucking saw his buddy getting fucked up and was like, "Fucking die, bitch!"
Like, what were the fights like between when like? How you talking about how people were getting like killed by Neanderthals because like some people reached the evolutionary spike and then others were left behind. Like what will happen in the future when AI converse with us? They kind of
split.
They weeded out the Neanderthals, but eventually got to a point where they were humans, but like they were still chimps. So did they hunt chimps? They must have hunted chimps, right?
Evil motherfuckers.
With like bows and arrows and spears. What were those fights like?
I'm really curious to see how primitive fights were in general.
Right?
Because a lot of them survived.
Yeah.
At least the first
but, like,
one.
I'm thinking so many people must have gone wrong.
You push your luck so many times, and you're only bound to survive so long.
It must have gone wrong so many times.
Oh yeah.
And like the monkey, but it's just like brute force with the monkey. Like the person's trying to have like, oh, get back, but the monkey's just like it's just that shit.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's so scary, and it's like bluntness.
I don't
power. Ripping off your arms.
When the
shit.
weather stops being shit, I should take you guys to do some shooting.
What?
Bow and arrow.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
I thought you were gonna be like,
let's go hunt squirrels.
Let's go hunt monkeys.
Legally, with a hunting and trapping license, or trapping and fur
I'm not
license.
shooting for my own fucking trees. It's my yard, damn it.
They have eyes. Don't poke it out.
Yeah, man.
We have squirrel in our freezer, actually.
Delicious.
Next question?
Well, I have more to say about Poltergeist.
Continue.
Well, but okay, like Poltergeist videos are the ones that like, since they do feel real, they make me go like. Those are the ones where I'm like
looking around.
This gets to me. Like,
yeah.
I know there's this one of like this girl. I tried to find it again, but I couldn't find it. There's one of this girl who thinks like her dead brother is like around her. Because she's like, guys, look, I'm going to put the spoon, like, in this glass, and it's just going to fly out. Just, like, look. And then she, like, puts her phone around and films it, and it fucking flies out. And she's, like, she's really freaking out. And she's, like, doesn't understand what's going on. And her brother died, I think, recently. So she's like, is that fucking you, dude? And a bunch of stuff like that was happening.
Interesting.
If we want to get into this shit, we should get a Ouija board.
But, oh, my God.
By Hasbro.
But then there's also another one.
I'll make one.
There's this live stream. I think it was a Facebook live stream of like a housemaid who like goes into a person's house at night and just like cleans it up.
Like your cousin.
Yes, I think it's like that, or it's like some type of like building of like business that they like clean every night. And she was talking to her friends about how she thinks it's haunted because of like how she would hear things, stuff would get moved around when she was like working. And she was like, I'm going to prove it to you. I'll film a fucking Facebook live stream and I'll show you I'm not fucking bullshitting you. And like, it really gets under my skin because her reactions to it feel very genuine. Because she's not like, she's covering up her fear with words. She's talking a lot, and she's going like, "Oh, fuck that dude! Get me the fuck out of here!" Like it's that type of speak throughout the entire thing.
I should show you
and it
the
feels very
workout
human to
room
me.
at my grandma's house.
And there's actually shit like being moved around. You see it, and like I know you could stage this very well, but like if they did stage it, they staged it very, very effectively, and I appreciate that.
I would appreciate that as well. That is.
If you rused me, you did it fucking well.
Yeah,
there's a lot of ones that don't do it well. Like with the goblin running in the background next to that baby. Have you seen that video?
It's a tiny one like that?
Yeah. Yeah. It runs like a full-size man.
I
Like,
remember the first time I watched that. I was like, oh my god.
and the baby just kind of like turns around.
They gotta get like an exterminator or something.
These little goblins are roaming around.
I like to think he just leaves them like a slab of meat, like a sugar cube.
I could do a tarot card segment.
You could.
Who wants to be read?
We've done it before.
I read you?
Yeah.
When?
And then I read you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't read you, though.
How did that go?
Spectacular.
Where you're like, dude, you're you pull out the first card and you're like, dude, you're fucked. Like, oh man, this right here, you don't want to know about this.
You want to know about you?
I want to know about me.
No,
I'll bring my cards.
they just tell you what the card usually means, and then they have you.
It's a very vague
fill in the
statement.
blanks.
Oh,
yeah.
And then they
yeah.
just
Some
act
people
like
do it
they
really well, though.
They filled in the blanks when you did,
Yeah,
because your brain always wants to make the story.
exactly. Yeah.
I could do that. I could make money doing that.
Yeah, I mean it's all real. No, wait, no, we don't support that.
We don't
in the cult.
condemn their voodoo. We talk about real shit. Now, Kyle, would you like to talk about your section about your story you wrote? That's completely
Do you
real.
have no more questions?
I'm done.
Oh.
All right, did you want to pause, or are we good to just flow?
Go.
All right. Well, we technically have to take a pause because we got to get ready.
All right, everybody, make some fucking noise.
Oh, my God.
You know what time it is?
The viewing!
Can you dig it?
I'm getting something.
Oh, he's getting some. Oh shit!
What's something you get?
You know what? It feels a bit different than before. It's a warmer color. It's
Warm.
It's almost hot. Jeez, it's I'm getting red.
Red. Kind went red. That's your cue. It went red. We're going red mode. And now, viewers, is the time for the spectral viewing.
I'm getting something else. Not quite a name. An S. I. That's it. That's all I'm getting. S.I. It appears she's been traveling for a while now, just following her light. In her time, she's come across a few couples, one of which invited her to travel with them for a while. Closer to the mic. They recounted to her their stories of the universe and their journey up until the point they had met. It didn't take them hardly any time. It was pretty intuitive, they said. Just find the direction you burn the brightest and go. They almost made it sound easy. I'm getting a feeling of despair and failure. After some grasping and understanding, S.I. Was once again alone in her adventure. She was finally understanding and blazing brighter than she ever had before. And then, nothing. In her brightest moment, she stumbled across something darker than she could have ever imagined. It was still and enormous. It was a whale, and she was a barnacle. Only noticeable for being the darkest spot in the surrounding space. That was until it sensed her. Led only by S.I. herself, it emerged from its slumber, stretching and jerking each individual segment of its void black, ironclad body. As it unfurled itself, it emitted a burning stench so strong it stung and befuddled S.I. The stench was immediately followed by the unveiling of several sharp, jagged antennae, piercing the surrounding infinity and forcing her to dart back. As the creature rejoined the conscious plane, a short, frigid, icy mist formed around it. Looking on in horror, S.I. found herself unable to move. She hoped it wouldn't notice her, that somehow it would overlook the sun mere meters away from it. Without warning, A hole on each end of the creature open, drawing everything in the vicinity. I'm getting a feeling of strong anger and resentment and peace. Thank you.
Wow. So, what do you want to talk about?
Where do I start?
The stench.
Okay, so actually the stench. Can you guys take a guess what I based this creature off of?
What?
I don't know jack shit about fuck.
There is a bug.
I mean, it's fine.
No, that I based
It's a plant.
the creature I described on.
A bug.
Do you have any guesses?
You want to
Let me
describe
see
it?
this shit again.
No, because it's in my notes. I'm sorry.
Flip it over.
Do you want to tell us, or do you?
I kind of want to see if you guys can
Give
get
me
an
the-
idea.
okay.
I'll
The
give you the description
descriptors.
again.
Just description.
That is all pretext for specifically the story. Stretching and jerking each individual segment of its void black iron cloud body. As it unfurled itself, it emitted a burning stench so strong that it stung and befuddled SI. The stench was immediately followed by the unveiling of several sharp and jagged antennae piercing the surrounding infinity and forcing her to dart back. As the creature rejoined the conscious plane, a sort of frigid, misty ice, whatever you want to say, icy mist formed around it. And then it had a hole on each end that would draw in everything in its vicinity.
Is it a type of beetle?
No, it's a roly-poly.
It is.
Oh.
So
I thought about it. I thought about like it uncurling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because a few fun facts about roly-polies is they can, first of all, they don't shit. They internalize everything and get is like the nutrients from it.
Like worms?
Really?
Yeah, they don't pee either. They just emit like from their skin.
Whoa.
They can eat metals, which I found interesting. And they what was it? And they can withstand higher levels of what the fuck is it? It's like pneumonia or something. Like,
Okay.
so they're like really good for like testing the pollution levels of places because they can survive a lot. And I just found all these facts really interesting, and I was
Yeah.
like, I can write a little creature about it.
I love that.
So in my notes here, I have antenna for eyes because that's I adapted their antenna from. A mouth at either end because they can drink from either end. Like they have like a opening. They have a mouth and they have an opening on their like rear end that can just intake water.
Ass.
I said that they can. I don't know if in the story it can affect the mortal plane.
Okay.
I'm still toying with that.
If the creature can?
Yeah.
I don't know, you said a whale and I had to contain my laughter.
I made that.
I liked that.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
No, yeah, I liked
Yeah.
it, but I had to contain my laughter
Because like
fucking
if there's a
bit.
whale in here. That was in my head too when I was writing it. Like after I wrote it, I was like, oh. The character.
Are you describing the... Are you saying it's as big as a whale?
No, I'm saying it's
It's Moby Dick,
it's
baby.
massive.
Sorry, I shouldn't say... Are you saying the scale of this...
If
creature
whatever
is
the
vast.
size of the soul is, it's
completely
Yeah.
outpowers it. Fascinating.
Although she's burning really bright when she finds this thing, so like it'd be impossible for it to miss her.
Whoa. whoa.
And that implies a lot.
Okay.
You're being hunted.
I didn't really know what to do for the first red aura.
Why?
Well, because like I was like, how do I articulate what I want to in this like
What do you want
subject
a red
matter.
aura to be? Or what? How do you get across what a red aura is to the audience?
yeah, without like because I'm not gonna just be like, oh, it's
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
hacky. I think I did a bang up job here.
I like it.
Is the stench, is that just like a way to identify the bad?
If you want to put it like that, I guess. This is more tied to the gas that it can withstand, like the pneumonia, because the idea is like it would emit that's part of the icy mist that's stunning this soul.
Are you talking?
I was just
about,
wondering because the last time.
I was about to say, yeah. Is that what you're talking about? Is that connected to it at all? Or did you just use the word stench and that was it? As a descriptor?
They're connected, but it's not like directly.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I rewrote this last paragraph a few times. Just adding in like better words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really tried with this one.
It felt like there was a shift.
Yeah.
Halfway through, because like what I was noticing was, I think your writing's getting better, like a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
But it was your delivery. I don't think was selling it.
Okay.
But in the second half, it was.
Well,
and you got real into it by the second half. But I was liking it a lot.
For me, it's probably because the focus of this story is not SI. It's not.
Okay.
It's not at all. It's
why is it there?
It's this beast.
Why is SI there? All right, hold on, folks. So why is SI there?
As a means to introduce it has a name, but I don't like telling the names of the being that it interacts with.
How much of the where do you break it off? Where do you break the story off into its parts?
There's literally 2 paragraphs for me.
Okay, so where does
the first paragraph ends with, in her brightest moment, she had stumbled across something darker than she could have ever imagined. And then the next one opens with, it was still and enormous, like a whale to a barnacle.
Okay. That's where you really hooked me.
That's where I wanted to hook you.
Good.
That's where the emphasis of the story is, because...
Okay, so why add the first paragraph?
Because I didn't know how to introduce the creature without somebody interacting with it.
I think you had to open your story there. Say the first line again.
It was still and enormous. It was a whale and she was a barnacle.
That's a great opener. That immediately goes boom, scale.
Yeah.
And it's a hooking line that is like intimidating, of like, ooh, like a barnacle to a whale is such a great metaphor that I really like, and that's a great hook.
I mean, it also, the beginning is also like exposition for a greater understanding of the afterlife.
But should you? I'm wondering maybe if you should have focused on. I'm wondering if these should have been 2 different stories.
What?
Because maybe.
Well, because to expand.
Go ahead. Yeah.
To expand on the creature in the future, if I were to want to, there's a story here that I can tell. And that is part of SI. But that's not what the focus of the story was for me. In my notes, SI is a pun. Because it's like H.P. Lovecraft, right?
Okay.
H is like the 8th letter from the beginning. I think S is the 8th from the back.
Okay.
The same swapped. Because I was going for like a Lovecraft vibe to describe this creature. But anyway, like...
Very cool.
SI isn't like the focus to me. Again.
So why have it there?
Again, because
that's the question.
I guess I didn't know where to start. And like I said, there is some exposition things. There's another story here that I can complete, and it kind of... Well, let's just say it furthers the lore a little bit.
But shouldn't that have its own story?
I guess.
Right?
And it will.
What I want, but like...
It was introduced here. Yeah.
But why introduce it here?
Well, it's...
For shits and
giggles. I can feel another vision coming on. And in that next vision, perhaps, I'm going to talk about how it is... There's a lot of angles that I can take from that one. And I guess I'll probably get more into that. But I I kind of wrote it in a somewhat specific way, so that I can expand on those if I want to, and I can connect like several stories of these individuals. Again, this primarily was just because I didn't know how to introduce the creature.
But you did, though.
I mean,
You
eventually.
So then, but then couldn't you just taken the rest out? Because I want you to tell that story. It's just I wonder if you should like centralize your stories more. Like I'm wondering if you should really hone in on like one story per reading. Because I know you have a lot of ideas.
Yeah,
I'm sure you want to get those out, but the slow pace of the production of them, I think, is going to be what is fascinating about this.
Yeah. I mean,
And so the more time you have to like develop and work on each individual story as its own separate thing, like you say you want to like connect those things together and set that up, you are connecting, but I don't think you have to set that up. I think you can just like you in your mind know what this story is, right?
Yeah.
You know what these stories are.
Well, yes and no, but yeah.
Or you at least have the ideas.
Yeah.
And I don't think you need to establish that they can be connected. I think eventually you can just connect them. We can just say they're like throughout as their stories divulge and continue, it's going to become more and more apparent. I think that they're connected.
I guess to me right now the best way, with even just like beginning and writing in general for me so far, it's easier to start at like a climax for me.
Did you start at a climax though?
I
think in the second one you did. What about the first?
That's what I'm saying. Like to me, this is the whole series of events. It's all one thing to me. Like this doesn't look like two different stories in my head, and because of that,
feel very different. Though.
It's these two stories connecting at like an impact point.
Okay.
So that's how like it's the easiest for me to write, and I think I can kind of see that in my next one, and definitely see that in like the one with TS. That was a big impact point in his.
Yes.
And things like that. Whereas like so far, it's just easier for me to see that this is how these things are going to connect, and this is where I'm at. And I don't think, oh yeah, these are two. This could be two separate stories. I think this is the intro that establishes some other shit I need to establish anyway. Oh, I'm not holding it right at me. Sorry. That establishes some shit we need to establish anyway. And then this is what I wanted to talk about, but I had to get there. Just how I've been thinking about it so far.
What if you wrote an entire story about establishing? Like what did you want to establish in the first one?
In the first what?
In the first paragraph.
In the first paragraph?
What were you establishing?
Just, I guess his character. Because I didn't want I also didn't want it to be like very blatant that it was like, because we talk about like what each aura is. And I didn't want it to be blatant that this was, and I know I say it at the beginning that it's like, oh, it's red.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be blatant with what that is.
Yeah, of course.
And so I also had this filler here to kind of, not like subvert, but in a sense like red's usually bad, so it's going to subvert that expectation of, oh, what's happening. And then at the end of that first paragraph, you lead into like what I see is the meat of the story here.
Okay. Cool, because now I'm thinking about who's the character in the first paragraph. And what happens to them in the first paragraph again?
What happens to them?
Yeah.
They kind of just get a direction what to do.
Okay. And then they find the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of...
Do you know who this person was?
Was?
Like, do you know what they were like, is this a character in your head? Is this a soul, or is this a character? Is this a character that has a past to them that you understand?
That is an interesting question.
Because if it's just a soul, then I can understand it. But
I think it's just a soul.
Okay, if it was like a character, then I feel like more needed to be established.
Yeah, I don't... Well, because I didn't really... There, like I said, there's another story I can tell about this.
Because the initials.
Yeah.
So, So it leads me to believe that you have more in store for this character?
No.
No.
No, I don't want to establish that as a thing.
Okay.
Just because they have initials, they're important, or just because they have a name. No, because I like the randomness of all of us. Of sometimes just like a one thing comes in.
Okay.
I don't think that every character I introduce will be continuous.
I don't think so either.
And
but
this
I'm
is
wondering,
like even if like
are you going to establish that?
excuse me.
Or like are you going to make sure like when it's obvious that like you're telling the story of a main character and you're
No, I don't think I'll make it obvious. So,
Okay.
I mean, they'll have the names if they get them, but like TS, like he's established,
okay.
and they'll see that over time. But I still have like these.
Okay. I think the initial thing threw me off because
I didn't really intend on filling out this character. There's definitely something there more that I can kind of expand on with our lore, but that's not the main focus. Like I said, it was just this, and that was a means to get here.
Okay. Because I'm thinking even in your second paragraph, like I really think that is like such a great opener for that also, because it also, since this person isn't of any special consequence, it makes that metaphor so much more grand to me. Since it's like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I the initial threw me off because I thought this was someone of importance.
Good.
Okay.
Like that's that because it wasn't like explicitly intentioned that way, but that's how I was thinking about it too.
Okay.
Was this person like, I want to give them initials because I want people to think, oh, like whatever, and then that doesn't matter because again, it's the second paragraph
that matters
that I'm worried about, that I'm introducing.
Would you feel better? Do you in a lot of the stories you talk about how you want to like establish stuff? Do you think it would be a good idea for you to have an entire story about setting the rules? Or do you just want to keep doing it this way?
I kind of want to keep doing it this way.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
Because I like the idea that we're figuring it out too.
Okay. I was just wondering if like...
Because we're like early cult, right? Like we're not, like, you know, that's the idea.
I just was wondering if you wanted to establish what the rules were so that for your stories after that, you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, and I like that idea, but also not at all. Because I like I said, I want to learn with the audience. Like I want to like develop.
But there would be more to learn still.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
there's much to learn here.
But like this is like in this story, we establish very clearly, comparatively, that you're supposed to follow your light. Like that's the idea. You're following your light because that is when you burn the brightest. Like that's a goal of the afterlife, is to burn the brightest. That's established here. It's established in another one of my stories. Like, so I'm just cementing that here because it's something I can throw in. But yeah, no, I'm really glad you took to some of the figurative language I was using.
Yeah, I really like this one.
I started reading a book and I realized it's really not that hard to use figurative language because the author I'm reading doesn't really place it well all the time. But it's okay because I mean, I understand. I'm a struggling writer too. You know, some Power Rangers morphers are swords. Lost Galaxy. They're chosen like Excalibur style. There is a test, so you could like every like year I think they just like pull on the sword to see who can pull it up.
What?
Yeah.
They're morphers?
King
Yeah.
Arthur?
That's where their powers are come from.
So like they hold the sword and they like
The power of She-Ra, you know.
Yeah, He-Man shit.
Yeah. I mean, no, but yeah. There's a lot of flip phone morphers. Sunglass
the way
morphers.
they get their armor on is they're
Power
like,
coins.
I gotta get my sword. I gotta get my sword.
Watches. Huh?
What the fuck's a flip phone?
There's a few of them.
What's the police
Mystic
phone?
Force is one of them. SPD.
But like, what do they do? Don't they have like a phone?
I think so.
They go like, call 911.
I want to watch more Power Rangers. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why?
It's just so interesting to hear about all these things I didn't know about.
What did you not know about?
Like, and then like you look at some of the some Power Rangers just have powers outside of being a ranger. They just have abilities. I mean, some of them are just aliens, so that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Some of them are lab subjects, like they were tested
Like
on in
X-Men?
labs. Yeah, kind of. Well, no, because X-Men that's a gene thing. That's
Wolverine. Let's just say.
Deadpool.
Weapon X program.
Yeah. But no, some of them are tested in a lab. The Ninja Storm, they just have elemental abilities that are enhanced by their morphers. There's a lot of crazy shit.
There's just magic and Power Rangers.
Yeah, there's just magic. Sometimes
That coexist with the Power Ranger powers.
sometimes morphers are magic based, and sometimes they're technological based.
That's fascinating.
But they all use the same morphin grid.
That's how the Egyptians.
The sunglass
are
one,
advanced.
supposedly, and I haven't watched the series.
Sunglass?
Yeah, they're just sunglass morphers. Those were because
Spike is.
because somebody quote knew a guy.
What the fuck?
Right.
I knew a guy.
Yeah, I just knew a guy. I'm a Power Ranger now. What the fuck?
That's Elon Musk shit, dude.
I mean, I think it was Tommy.
What the
but
fuck are morphers?
Morphers is how they
Tommy
transform.
invented sunglass.
No,
morphing?
he
So
was
they
in
put
that
on
one.
sunglasses and become a transformer?
Yeah,
I
but-
almost said transformer.
Yeah,
Fuck
Power
Power
Ranger. Well, okay, because the first ones have power coins, which are a mystical artifact, and those they just like I think they have. I think they also have a watch.
Say, I remember.
And then they have the power coin. I think it's like a belt buckle typically or something.
Yeah.
And then they go wah, and then they transform. And the one after that uses like some mystical beyond physics crystal. That's also science, but also not.
I love the dark crystal.
I think Zeo does that. And then there's just so much shit. Some of them are just like statues of dinosaurs. Energems, I think they call those ones.
the one we watched.
Yeah.
The one where it like implied that a character got killed off screen because he was sucked into the vacuum of space and he had his Power Ranger
Yeah.
armor taken away from him.
Dude, I want the dark crystal comics so bad.
Those are real.
Yeah. Those were before the movie.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
There's the car Power Rangers. RPM, I
Car?
think. Yeah, because there's Turbo, which is the first one, which is the main continuity, and I think has Zordon still. And then there is the and then there is the alternate universe RPM.
Chime in, honey.
I don't know anything about fucking Power
Doesn't
Rangers.
matter. You can still chime in.
Where it's
How?
it's
Make
the
some
alternate
jokes.
universe.
I'm not funny.
Shut up.
Some people think you're funny.
Who?
Aslan.
That's because we're
Crazy.
girls.
What, you don't think any woman's gonna watch this?
You don't think women are funny?
No, I think some of them are fucking
some
hilarious. I'm not one of them.
I'm a funny woman.
You're a funny white woman? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
you're
No,
a funny
just woman.
woman.
I'm a
Yeah.
funny white woman.
You're the funny white woman. He's just a funny woman.
I'm the funny white.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Got some work to do now.
told the witch doctor. Okay, I've ranted about Power Rangers enough. I'm cool.
Okay.
That's terrible. Alright, well...
Scooby Dooby Doo.
What was their sensor noise?
Womp womp.
I remember, you're want. You just don't know it yet. Well, what are we doing? Let's close it out. We tie it to the story. Remember, you're a barnacle.
You're a barnacle. We're whales.
Yeah. Remember, you're a barnacle, and we're the whales.
Fuck off.
We'll
bitch.
devour you. We've been the Spectruminal Trinity.
Yeah, it's ended like that right now.
What? I know. Oh yeah. Okay.
That's it. Alright.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.